Yeah, we're recording. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the fact that, for whatever reason, it's not syncing up with my timer on my phone versus OBS, but that doesn't matter. We are back for the 20th episode of True Realm, sponsored by the one and only Martin Mancini, found on the Amazon store and in the link below. We've got great news. As far as I'm aware, and I should have probably checked again before starting this recording, but we know that we have 22 subscribers now.
We have 22. Let me check that. Hold on, but I didn't know we had 22.
Mm.
Only 21.
I told you we had 22 yesterday.
I
Yeah.
saw the post. I was happy.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
It
I-
made me pleased.
My brain thought 22 subscribers. My brain pulled an oopsie and thought it was 21. I'm sorry.
When I initially received the message, I only saw the 22, and I thought, oh shit, are we starting early?
That would
And then
be.
it just took me to a second to process it, and it's like, oh right, okay.
No.
I was gonna
Mayor's
say
like, we're
that's
recording on a Saturday now.
only 24 hours. 24 hours and. Well, no, it'd have been like 27 hours early.
Yeah, I was like, we're not recording my little one shot of the new world. What are we doing? Ocelot's not recorded yet. Like, I have to change a lot of things if Ocelot's being recorded. What the hell?
I got a lot of traction on my latest TikTok, so I figured that I'll share this one now, even though it'll be too late because the next TikTok that I'm planning is going to come out next Saturday. It seems that I get better traction then. I'm going to announce that if they can get us to 50 subscribers here on our channel, that I will let them see my feet in socks on TikTok. Then at 100, it'll be no socks, and then at 200, my face. That's
Oh, yeah,
right.
that-
No.
You
No,
realize
don't
you've
do that.
opened up a Pandora's box with feet reveal.
It doesn't
right?
matter. Bunch of perverts.
My brother, don't do this to yourself. You have more dignity.
Nah, we need more subscribers.
As it did,
Don't sell your dignity for subscribers. This is that kind of company.
I may be a bit of a degenerate, but I don't delve that deep into that. I don't delve that low.
Yeah, but then I can get cast in a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I love Quentin Tarantino.
Fuck.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
guess.
damn, brother. Damn.
I'm just playing
Damn.
around. The face reveal.
Anyways.
The face reveal is very real, though. You get us to 50 subscriberinos, I will do my first ever face reveal on my TikTok channel that has no ties to my private YouTube channel, which will be crazy.
Well, on other notes, though, it looks like the big game of Toss the Pigskin this year will be the Taylor Swift team versus the Eminem team, as Chiefs have won the AFC champion,
Don't even talk to
and
me
the
about
Lions
that.
are currently winning the NFC champion.
I'm sorry, like I heard Taylor Swift and Eminem in the same sentence, and you kind of lost me.
Yeah, it's
It's the football thing. Taylor Swift's the Chiefs because she's dating
Right.
what's his name, and then Eminem said something about one of the Lions players owing him or something. I don't know. I don't care. I stopped caring what the Broncos got knocked out.
I hope I hope you all enjoyed the foot joke. That was written by my girlfriend. She helped me with that one.
Oh, she got a good sense. But how is everybody doing?
Doing okay.
I have
Chaos. Oh, go ahead, Mayor.
I was gonna say, I have had 2 days in a row where no sleep is enough sleep, so I am
No.
trying to get as tweaked on B12 as I possibly can.
Chaos.
Yes.
What are you playing in Baldur's Gate 3 right now?
Right now we're doing our co-op playthrough between me, my brother, and by blood and my brother by oath. Is that We
Same thing.
what we have is we made our bed, now we shit in it playthrough.
Oh no.
Errors have been made, fuck ups have been had, but we still keep on. I'm playing as Saul Blackhand, the Moon Druid. My brother is playing as Zanuck, the Seldarine Drow Monk. And
Nice.
my other brother is playing as as a Dragonborn Necromancer.
Nice.
And we have Shadowheart with us for healing.
Oh,
Ever
that's a
since-
good one. That's a good one.
Ever since we discovered we could tweak our class, we were like, oh yes!
Nice.
We instantly switched her
Yeah.
over to Life Cleric and made her a heal bitch.
Oh,
Wow. Wow. That is neat.
Hey,
So-
we have
no,
three
I'm
powerhouses
not-
between the three of us.
One used to be the heal
Considering-
bitches. Maybe you chaos.
Hey, I'm a Dwergar Moon Druid. I can go Giga, drink an Elixir of the Colossus, then wild shape into an owlbear and go Kaiju size.
That sounds to me like you need to be demoted. Nah, I'm fucking with you. No,
Hey, I slept with
I've got my
Karlach.
hands.
I got it.
Nice.
Who's this now? Hunter?
No, my buddy.
Hunter's here.
hola.
Hey, Hunter.
My buddy got me.
You haven't seen. Just wait. Our evil playthrough is especially cracked. It's tiny gamer season for when we go our evil route.
No,
We're doing
uh,
Halfling Berserker, Gold Dwarf Sorcerer, Gold Dwarf Wild Magic Sorcerer,
Oh.
and Deep Gnome Necromancer. We have
Oh,
we have
no.
Minthara as the team mom.
That is evil. But
Yeah.
the reason I'm asking this is because I got a question for the day. Favorite co-op game you've ever played? I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna throw something that's good. Throw some things off for people, and maybe people didn't guess about me. I got my hands on a bunch of Shadowrun video games. Now, some of you know Shadowrun is also a TTRPG. There's also video games of it. I've been playing the crap out of those lately with a couple of my buddies. I'm not gonna lie, if we ever get the chance, I do want to play a board game version of this. But Shadowlands co-op is fucking awesome. Street Samurai for life, man. I love that. I love that class more than. But Chaos, I think I know your answer. But please, favorite co-op game you've ever played?
Ooh. Now, question: co-op with 2 people or 3 people? 2, 3, or more?
As many as you want.
For me, it was a coin flip between Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate.
See, that always surprised me that Elden Ring was a co-op game. I never thought it was gonna be.
Hey, if there's one thing Miyazaki stuck true to his word, is that he made sure a lot of good games were co-op with your friends.
And respect for it. I liked playing Elden Ring. What little I did with a bleed run and getting to play with my buddy who was just a tank. It was always fun.
But that's it for me.
Sheepy,
Yes.
favorite co-op game.
So my favorite co-op game, at least before I learned about Smash Brothers, was this old Nintendo 64 game that me and my older brother used to play when we were little. It was a rail shooter called Knife Edge.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like,
They've got that on the 64 emulator for the Switch and everything.
nice.
I don't know. You can still co-op it, but you have to do they have to be in person and everything. I know that.
Yeah.
Hunter Mech. your favorite co-op game you ever played.
That's a good one. Army of Two.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
Never heard of it.
Try to you. Try to.
You've
Oh my
never
God,
heard of it?
Mayor.
I mean,
Oh
I've,
no!
I mean, I've
That
played
game
at
was
least.
the bomb.
I mean, I've played at least one Army of Two game.
Me
Uh,
and Marcus used to play that thing all the time.
Army
Which-
of
I can
Two?
see you and
which Army of Two game though? Was it 40th Day or Devil's Cartel?
I think it was the 40th day.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't remember if we ever played the other one to be honest, but it was a long time ago, so I could be. I just know we always played it.
So the great thing is Xbox Game Pass has Army of Two on it, but one of the things it says literally like on the page for it, it's like some co-op abilities have been or co-op ability has been disabled. It's like what the fuck?
Dude, it was always so much fun.
Yeah, that was the best part of the game is co-oping, especially when you got to mess with your friend. Because I remember one of the achievements in the game was backstab, because you'd actually shoot your buddy in the back. It's like, don't run in front of my shot. Learn to aim better.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Mayor of Spicy Town, our editor. How about you, bud? Favorite co-op game?
It's kind of a tough one because I've never really gotten into co-op games a whole lot. I mean, I guess I've had good co-op memories, like playing Star Wars Legos and Black Ops with my dad, playing Black Ops 2 with my friend who's long since dead now, and Elden Ring is great, but I never used it for co-op. I pretty much beat the game by myself because I wasn't aware of the co-op minus summoning people for bosses. But I mean, I've got a lot of good memories with co-op, but there's no real co-op game that sticks out to me, honestly.
That's fair. I grew up playing the Black Ops and some of the COD games and Gear of War with my old man.
But I've got some good news. It's also my turn to read the disclaimer.
Go right ahead. No one else has joined yet, so I don't know if that's the question yet.
Well, I don't know if we'll have time if Trucker joins. He's going to be late anyway.
Good point. Good point.
Anywho, we present to you a Burning Brim Entertainment production because we own that name and the other guy doesn't exist. The following is an 18-plus show. Disclaimer, there may be strong language, and as everyone who has played a tabletop RPG knows, these games often contain violent and sometimes racist themes, dark humor, and suggestive situations. The players in this show are playing characters, and do not in any way share the same viewpoints as their characters. With that said, viewer discretion is strongly advised. Seriously, the Burning Brim Entertainment. Well, since we're not really going to get anybody else in here, should we just start?
I'm gonna stop. I'm finishing my dinner for the night. I got takeout from this restaurant. They got something called pigtails. Literal heart attacks just waiting to happen because they're strips of pork skin, fried, and covered in Cajun seasoning.
Cajun
And
seasoning.
they give you like gravy dipping sauce for it. It's delicious, but your arteries are gonna clog in like 5 minutes flat. So if your brother's here, Hunter, I think he would know the exact name of the restaurant too, because I'm pretty sure I've been to it with him a couple times.
Probably.
Well,
I made beef stroganoff tonight.
nice. Well, What? Is my mic shaking and stuff?
No, I'm just making noise because I've been quiet for a minute.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But yeah, to all the fans, by the way, I'm in a new recording space, so you might hear some different audio stuff out of me now because I'm going to be trying maybe moving to the back of the room a few times and projecting my voice a little bit more because I can do that now. I'm not in basically a glorified walkway, so hey, hopefully I sound better and it's better. If not, well, I got nothing else. This is all I can do.
Hmm.
So I just realized the song didn't repeat.
No, it did not.
Yeah. We're kind of in the we have this like odd like combat music
And
that also kind of sounds a little sleuthy, you know?
but not to
Well,
get
boys, I have bad news for you all. You're all fired. That's
Hey.
why the music's going this way.
goodness gracious Ignatius. Well, since I'm fired, I can now get political. Go Lions!
Go Lions, indeed.
Lions 2023 Super Bowl champions. Hooray! Was
As long as it's not the
Well,
Chiefs, I don't
yeah,
care.
any hashtag anyone but the Chiefs. Get it trending.
So sick of them. I live in Kansas. I gotta deal with the Chiefs every day. I'm like, I hate all of you. I hate all of you.
And
And then don't get me started on the Swifty fans.
I hate Swifties so much, but I mean, here's the thing. I'm not even mad that they're showing Taylor Swift because of the same reason other people are mad that they keep showing Taylor Swift. I'm mad on behalf of Taylor Swift because she has said repeatedly that she does not want to constantly be on camera. She has made it very clear that she is just there to support her boyfriend and does not need all of this
Yeah.
attention. And it sickens me that
Well,
they
then-
keep bringing this attention to her, and it's both
Hell,
positive in a toxic way and negative in a super toxic way, and that's ridiculous.
her boyfriend also said, I don't give two shits about this whole I'm dating Taylor, so let's bring more people to the game. He's just there for the game to play. And then you get those super the super Swifty fans who are only going there to try to catch a glimpse of Taylor. Then you got the crazy fans who are like, she owns the team, she invented the team name, blah 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 blah. It's like, I feel like you're drinking a Kool-Aid that no one else has had a sip of.
Though I do like that brother Travis kidnapped a small child temporarily so that she could meet Taylor Swift. That was awesome. That was pretty great.
What?
Yeah,
What?
They were up in
You didn't see that?
Yeah, they were up in the skybox, and apparently their windows open, and Travis Kelsey, who was drunker
No,
than
Jason
hell.
Kelce.
Oh yeah, Jason Kelsey, who was drunker than hell, saw that there was this little girl holding a sign that said that she loves Taylor Swift, and he's like, "Great, that's awesome." So after previously getting kicked out of a tailgating event with the Buffalo Bills, as he was begging to be tossed through one of their tables, he opens the window as his wife is screaming at him to get back inside. He is too drunk to listen or care. He goes out into the stands and picks up this little girl who looks nervous but excited, and he walks her back to the skybox so that she could wave at Taylor Swift. And it was one of the sweetest moments I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, right.
Like-
I saw the interview about that because his whole shtick was like, people are telling him, like, you got to be on your best behavior when he meets people. He's like, my best behavior is 5 bottles deep and drunker than piss. It's like, really? He was like, that's how I met my wife. That's
Yeah.
how I got her. Like, Jesus, brother.
Yeah, he was like blackout drunk and sleeping on the bar when he met her.
I mean, hey, if you're at your lowest when they find you, the only thing you can do is go up.
Yeah.
What?
It's not a good thing, though.
Like the most
Holy
entertaining
shit.
thing that
Holy
the most entertaining thing I genuinely got out of the whole Taylor Swift dating dating football player is that one Meat Canyon
Yeah,
sketch.
the Meat Canyon sketch.
Oh my
was
god, the Meat
brilliant,
Canyon thing.
because it perfectly highlights the delusion and toxicity of her fans. Well, she's
Yeah.
like
Hey, careful. We don't need her fans coming
He's-
after us, okay?
he never once had her speak or do anything. They all spoke for her, and it was just super creepy. But
Like,
Well,
oh, sorry.
that's besides the point. It's time to start.
Yep.
We don't need the Swifties coming after us. If they can afford however much a game ticket is now, they can afford a $5 pipe. But that's not the point. Does anybody what happened last? Actually, no. Does anyone remember exactly the biggest fuck up from last session?
yeah,
Biggest fumble.
Mr. Whiskers is free.
Yeah.
Indeed, he is. Indeed, he is.
But don't worry, I have a plan to get him back.
I'm terrified. I really am.
I
Well,
mean,
we're gonna start off with a certain someone. If it's the next morning, you guys have one more day. Yeah, you have one more day, I believe, until the festival and stuff starts. Or am I wrong? Is it 2 more days? Nope.
2.
Nope.
It was 2.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, 2 more days.
Dazzle Booper scheduled an appointment to get a quest that would upgrade their
Right.
sit-
Sorry, I had to move all my stuff and I moved to the office, so I don't have all my notes with me just yet. But yeah, we're gonna start with Vincent.
Yes.
It's the next morning, bud. What have you been doing? Did you just go straight to bed? Did you read the book a little bit before you went to bed? Like, what's up?
Oh, he would have read the book as far as he could before he got too tired to read anymore.
If I remember correctly, this is Forbidden.
Mind.
This is Forbidden Mind. Because the book is half Fey, half Infernal. You can only read Infernal, correct?
Yep.
You can't read Fey?
Nope. I can't read Sylvan, I think it was.
Yep. So I need a wisdom saving throw from you, just not to get like a headache trying to read this book.
Also, if I
Alright.
recall, there was a secret message
Nope.
written in.
Nope.
Right.
That's better. Nope. That's better.
Sorry.
No better, please.
I was about to say, sheep. Do I smell meta?
I will go full Monty Glue on you guys.
That
For this
was
one, if you start metaing.
that was such a ridiculous thing. I didn't seem like they were metaing at all.
Yeah.
Dude, that is metaing, and as a fellow DM, I understand why Monty was upset at that. That will piss a DM off if you start doing that consistently. Yeah, I need that wisdom save, please.
1 second. There you are, wisdom. Does a dirty 20 do it?
Yep. You don't really get like a headache or nothing, but it's hard to keep up. Is the best way I can describe it. It's like when you're watching a movie, you accidentally fall asleep for like an hour, you wake back up, it's like, who's that? Who's this person? What's going on? Why are they dead? You know, like you can't make sense of it. It's a one-sided conversation. You can't understand it. The only thing you learn as there is an archdevil by the name of Stalmian is their name, and they are fighting with some sort of Fey lord or godlike being. Is the best way it's described.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's the next morning. What are you gonna do, bud?
Who here amongst the crew knows how to speak Sylvan?
Dazzle Booper. I think just Dazzle Booper you would know for certain. The only other person you can think of that might possibly know Sylvan might be Alice, just because she's so book learned and she like reads a lot.
Vincent will
What?
try his luck with Alice first.
Okay. You want to head over to Alice and Hoax's room?
Knowing that they have their own room, Vincent will be polite and knock a few times sufficiently loud enough for them to hear if there's anything going on.
Do you want pants or no
Oh.
pants?
Pants,
So
please.
Hope's paint me a picture of what we see on the other side of this door, but okay.
Hoax will just immediately open the door without there being a second. I already had my pants on. It's the middle of the morning.
It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, but they've been getting up early forever.
Fair.
We've had a really crappy schedule since we've joined Zagler's crew. There's always a
True.
disaster.
True. Alice is in the background looking over some books.
Perfect. Alice, can I ask a question of you real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know how to speak Sylvan, or at least read it?
Yeah, I know how to read and write it.
Ah, excellent. As he pulls out the book, Forbidden Mind. I can only read half of it, unfortunately, and it's giving me a headache reading a one-sided conversation.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It- I had to stop several times just so my vision would stop swimming.
I mean, yeah, I can read it. Or you want me to like translate it, or what do you want me to do exactly?
Translate it, please.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'd hope that you translate it, because the last time somebody gave you some sort of learning job, I didn't see you for 5 days.
Okay. She'll take a look at the book. This is a thick, big book, dude. This is like, remember the first one? This is the same. This is the same thickness and size as the first one.
Yeah.
Are you wanting her to like just write it out, or like speak it to you in front of you?
Write it out, please. So he can
Okay.
read it
You
over
see
on
it.
his own.
You'll see her like take out an ink and quill and like open up the book and a piece of page. But she'll start writing, and as soon as she gets a full page worth of letters written, it immediately goes blank. Huh.
What?
That's interesting.
Arcana?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. She's gonna roll it for herself too, because that really piques her interest.
22.
Let me see what she gets as well. Chaos with a 22. You're not really sure. That is something you've never seen before. You see Alice kind of look at this, looking back. I'm not writing with any odd ink.
Looks
I
called.
wonder if this is like. I wonder if this is like a manual of golem making in that sense, where it is a magical item in some way, shape, or form.
I mean,
You
it
can't
is.
really copy it.
It is called Forbidden.
Fair. I don't think I can copy the words.
Well, it was worth a try, if nothing else.
Wait, couldn't you just write the Sylvan alphabet with the common translation?
There's not really It doesn't really work like that for the Fae language. It's the
And
same with like primordial and uh deep speech and stuff. There's not really a translation of the language so much as an understanding of it. If you catch my drift.
and while I appreciate the vote of confidence, Hoax, I'm not that smart as to learn a whole language in a matter of days.
Oh no, it would take you months to even years to learn a language, even if you were a brainiac.
Exactly.
Maybe you can write yourself a scholar.
I mean, the best I can get you is a dictionary that is common to Elvish, and then Elvish to Sylvan, which is the closest translation. If you understand Elvish, it'll be a lot easier to understand Sylvan.
Uh, No, I don't know Elvish, unfortunately.
I know. I just said the best I could do is give
Uh,
you a translation book from from Elvish to Common. Learn Elvish,
that'll.
then transfer into Sylvan. That's your best bet.
Sorry, my brain just stopped thinking for a moment.
It's quite alright.
The amount of mental gymnastics just to satisfy my own curiosity.
You know what they say? Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
Let's hope I have as many chances to understand this as a cat does. Chances to learn from its mistakes.
Well, we don't all have 9 lives like kitty cats.
Still, I thank you for at least giving me the opportunity to try and learn on my own.
No, thank you for showing me the book. It's been a while since I've seen any of the Attainted series. I've never gotten to read one myself, though, to be honest.
I have the first volume if you want to read through it.
I might take you up on that later.
I finished it, so you're well within your. It's alright by me if you want to read it real quick.
So wasn't that Eli's book that you got? I know that book technically belonged to a loose, not a loose. Crap! I'm forgetting my giant uh
Mm.
Drow Azamar boy. I'm forgetting his name.
thought that was a
Uh,
loose.
no,
No, a loose.
Alooth is the human who partook of draconic flesh and such to augment his Varslith. That's the guy's name. That book technically belongs to Varslith, but I get what you're going at.
I don't know that. I thought it was just
That's
like
fair.
something they had lying around.
That's fair. That's fair. You don't have to give it back if you don't want to.
Hey, if they want the book back, they'll come and ask me for it. I'll be glad to give it back to them. They haven't come back for it. I'm gonna hold on to it till then.
All right. So you giving her the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she'll graciously take it. Alice loves books, so you gave Alice something she likes. Thank you. Is there anything else you need help with?
Uh, aside from that, there's not really much else. That was all really I had in mind at the moment. Have a good morning, you two. And you'll just
You as
walk out.
well. Alrighty. You just heading down to get some breakfast or something, or what are you doing?
Breakfast, then read the books. See if you can learn at least something. Get a head start somewhere.
Fair enough. This is a thick book. It's gonna take you a while to read. Because the last
Mm-hmm.
book took you more than 3 straight days worth of reading. Yeah. All right. Next up, you know what? Because we talked to them already. Hopes, what are you and Alice up to, bud?
Miss Alice, we got a very busy day.
Oh, I figured we did. What's on the agenda?
This is going to be the first time I actually have an agenda. We need to auction off that demon orb, and then after we auction off that demon orb, I gotta go down to that Adventures Guild place. I'm gonna offer up this unicorn horn to see if anybody's willing to track down Mr. Whiskers, and then after that, we have to get to the docks as quickly as possible to meet Tremaine and Midnight at the docks, assuming that Midnight shows up.
How do we know if Tremaine will be at the docks? He hasn't been himself the past couple of days. He's been very shut in his room. Shouldn't we at least go check on him first to see if he's okay?
We can do that, and then we can take him on the rest of our errands before we go down to that dock.
Might not be a bad idea. I do remember him saying he had a place here in town that he needed to check out as well. A tavern or something?
Yeah, we can all go. Let's go to Dr. Tremaine's room.
Alrighty. Dr. Tremaine, are you with us?
Yes.
You hear a firm knock on your door. It's been a few days, Tremaine. You've been in and out of it. Your mind hasn't been too well since the injury, and what exactly happened to those people? You do hear a firm but gentle knock at your door. What? Say that again, bud?
And enter.
Enter?
Yeah.
Oh, enter. I will enter.
Alright.
Dr. Tremaine,
Yes, Oaks.
we, the three of us now, have a very busy schedule ahead of us. You have a tavern to go to. I need to go to the auction house to auction off this demon orb so we can get paid. Then we need to go down to the Adventures Guild so I can set up a bounty, and then we have to get our asses to that dock pronto to see if Midnight shows up. We still have a deal to make.
I think you mean I have a deal, but I see your point. Yes. I think it's time I get myself out of my own little funk. Fine, and he'll close the book he's been reading. My manual of the Lesser Golem.
And if we see this, this
Wait, time out. Didn't you sell the book?
No. Never did find anybody to buy it.
Right.
We kind of got in trouble. Remember?
Right.
Miss Alice, didn't you have something to ask Dr. Tremaine?
Oh, I was wondering if you were doing okay, sweetheart. You've been acting a little weird the last few days. Your mind's been a bit of a funk.
Well, military tribunals, executions, beheadings. I thought I'd left that behind me. Apparently not.
Alright, if you're not gonna ask it, I'll ask it. You was spending a lot of time with old John. Did you ever make it into his room?
No.
Oh, damn. See, he borrowed some scroll that he now owes a lot of money to that,
Try to roll me a deception. Because that is a...
I
That is
don't
a
think
16.
so. I
That's
never
a
made
16
it into
insight.
his room.
you did.
You did.
Because you
When?
found a scroll of lighthouses and then you found all those bullets.
His office is his room, buddy. His little workshop is his room too.
Alright, we're being specific then. Alright. I hadn't really unpacked my stuff yet.
Well, roll 20 if you need to.
Well, were you intending to lie?
No. But I'll roll for it. Well, that's a 16 plus 1 for a 17.
Oh, you bastard. Alrighty. She doesn't suspect you.
Wait a minute, I can still roll though. I'm good on these.
Yeah, go ahead, roll your insight.
Yeah, never mind. That's a natural one.
No.
That's fine. That mystery will never get solved. Well, if you
Oh,
ever,
jeez, if we're asking.
if you ever do break into that room and find a scroll of lighthouses, let us know.
I didn't really intend on breaking in.
We're sorry for the odd questioning, Dr. Tremaine. It's just we've learned some things as of late. Trying to get to the bottom of it all.
Well, you did. You gotta still tell me what that was about when you're ready.
I'm still processing folks. I'm not entirely sure if I believe the information I was given. Doesn't sound possible.
Ooh, I hate that kind of information.
But for now, Doctor, you said you had a tavern to go to at some point?
Yes. I
Would
was
you like some
tasked.
company?
I was tasked with doing something here in the capital, aside from the interesting conundrum of a possible date. But the conundrum, the job predates the conundrum. So,
Well, would you like to join us? We are on our way to find, I believe, the auction house and then to go to the guild hall. We'd love to accompany you to this inn or tavern, so to speak.
Tremaine will lock eyes with her, quickly glance at Hoax, and then back at her.
Okay.
The issue is of some delicacy. I don't see why y'all couldn't come along, but I would have to ask that you wait outside.
Oh, a private matter. Very well, if that's the case, we will leave you to your own. We wouldn't wish to intrude. If that is the case, meet us at the docks around noon. If that is okay with you, Mr. Tremaine? Dr. Tremaine, I mean, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I've been sitting here thinking whether or not I deserve that or not, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Need to see if I can find this place. Are you familiar with the capital, Miss Alice? Have you been here before?
I know. I know I have some friends here who are very familiar with it. One in particular by the name of Nikon Su. He's very familiar with the place.
I may require his assistance.
Oh, he's not too. He's very hard to find, but he's. Once you find him, there's no way you couldn't recognize him. He stands out like a sore thumb to those that he sees.
Yeah, and if you just stand out in the middle of the street and start jingling your coin purse, he'll pop out of the sewer grate.
No, you need his coin. You have to flip it and say his name.
3 times
Remember the
in the mirror
coin
in the dock.
No, you have to flip the coin that he gave you, remember?
I wasn't given such a coin.
Will you not give? Yeah, he gave you a coin.
No.
I literally have this written down. He gave you a coin. It looks like a simple like copper coin that has a 3-headed draconic creature on the backside and then completely blank on the other side. You flip it and say his name.
Oh, alright, hold on. Flick in Kansu, and then I'll just
as like that flips, you catch it in your hand. You feel a presence on your left side, your right side, and above your head. As you all hear, and you listen. You rang.
Ah! Why?
Hello. You called, didn't you?
In fact, we did. This man.
He's got nightgown caps on each of his heads.
This man needs help getting around the city, and he will pay for it.
Oh, good. I'm not above being a chauffeur for the right price.
On second thought, I think I'll find a place on my own.
I don't think you
No,
could.
don't be that. Don't be that way, friend. By the way, he is a 3-headed Hydraborn creature. He has greenish dull, creamy scales. 3 heads that talk in unison or separate, depending on the occasion. His eyes are beady black. And even though he is draconic in nature, he somehow has a smile that makes you think of a human.
Yeah, that's not nightmare fuel inducing.
And the all three heads are smiling, basically like doing their smile when they look at people. Oh, don't be that way, Dr. Tremaine. I'd be more than happy to show you around for a single gold piece.
This man is practically a brother to me, and you trust me, don't you, Dr. Tremaine? I trust him.
A hoax, not for the first time, but I deeply regret you getting me involved in certain things.
Well, I deeply regret you hiding certain things from me, but we're all got regrets that we can work through together.
Speaking of places, Hoax, if you want to find the auction, specifically the underground auctions that you need to sell that lovely crystal of yours, you want to show off that gold or that platinum little chip you have at a place right next to the local bathhouse. There'll be guards with red hoods that you want to talk to and show off the coin.
Understandable. Thank you, Mr. Nkansu, and I will hand him a gold.
He will graciously take it. Those on the house, but I graciously accept tips.
Great
No
service.
need to. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, great service gets tips.
Let me see.
No need to show me around. I just need directions to one place.
What's the name of the
Fairly,
place?
fairly decent at getting my way back. It's a tavern called the Sleeping Willow.
Oh, the one right on the outskirts of the Pleasure District. I know that one. Oh, I guess I should. Pleasure District. That's its more seedy name. It's more local as the entertainment district, but we know what it's all for. Yes, right on the edge. It's right on the entrance, right to the right. Once you pass the silver and gold gates, you will have to pay a small fee to get in and out. It's the one place where no matter your rank, you can't just freely walk in.
Fair enough.
Hey, Mr. Sue.
Nkansu. Please don't call me Mr. Sue.
Mr. Nkansu, can I see you in my room real quick? There's something I want to show you.
I don't do that kind of work, friend.
It's not that kind of work. Just please, humor me.
Okay. Don't press your luck, though. He'll follow you.
Did we make it back to my room?
Yeah, I'll say for the sake of Revenant, you get back in your room. No problem.
I'll close the door and just look at him and go, I don't... this is scummy, but I don't think you care about my morality on this situation. What do I gotta pay you to figure out what that meeting's about?
Do you want me to follow? Tell you what I already know, or put a couple of spies in that tavern to overhear what happens? And he's like looking at his fingers as he says that now. Kind of like, this is normal business for me. What do you need?
What's the price for the spies? Just humor me.
Oh, 1,000 gold a spy. For you in that tavern, I only need 3.
Maybe we should just hold off. I have a sneaking suspicion that it might be information you're not allowed to share.
Oh. I can share anything as long as it doesn't pertain directly to one person. Their business and dealings. That's a gray area. If I'm paid enough, I'll tell whatever somebody wants to know.
And what's enough to know?
After all, my monthly fee for protection hasn't been hit yet for somebody.
And what is this fee to hear whatever you're willing to say for this protection money.
10,000 platinum.
Well, maybe if I earn enough money at this auction house, I'll have to flip this coin again and talk to you about it.
Uh, I'll let you know whatever you wish.
It's great to see you as always, sir, but I will not hold you up any longer.
Good. Do have a good day.
You as well.
Do you get the door for him or anything?
Yeah, I'll get the door for him.
You turn your back and open the door. When you turn around to look at him, he's already gone.
I love that man. I guess I will head over to whatever is the auction house, if that's the best place to go first.
Yeah, Alice will join you with that. Dr. Tremaine, I take it you're not joining him for that?
No.
Okay. Is the only thing on your agenda is getting to this tavern and talking to that lovely halfling?
Yeah. And then getting ready for that day.
Okay, I'll say you leave on that. Let's see who else we got in the chamber to talk to. Hunter, you still here, buddy? Hunter?
He's just got on mute.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No.
So you know what happens when you go outside. Do you want to try to maybe acquire a mask or anything?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay, I will say because the festival is like in a couple days, they've got these like decorative dragon masks. Think like masquerade, but in the style of draconic style.
Yeah.
You can get a couple for like 2, maybe 3 copper, and get
Yeah,
a
I'll do
cloak to
that.
go over yourself, and it makes you look like someone celebrating a little early, having a little fun, you know. But with that, then what do you want to try to do once you get your mask?
I mean, he start looking around, see if he knows.
Say that again.
I just start looking to see if I can I know, like a group member or something.
I'll say you're running to Vincent. What's Vincent doing?
This will be around the time that they're doing their thing, so I'd still be eating breakfast, I guess, or I'd
Yeah, I
be
guess
finishing up.
you run into Vincent back at the hotel when you head back. Maybe grab something real quick. You see him, chopping down on some food, maybe finishing up.
He would sit down and join him, and he would take the mask off so he could tell who it was.
Yeah.
Nice mask. Any particular reason for it?
Yeah, they don't like me here. So I can't go places by myself. So I also had to get a disguise.
Shame. Unf- Still, I take it those are you had a particularly nasty encounter to warrant that mask.
Yeah.
What exactly caused them to go after you? Was it just convenience of you being human, or was it something else? Like, was it personal for the person?
I I don't know. It's just an old man didn't like humans, and yeah, it caused the whole scene.
Hmm.
So I figured I'd just stay out of people's way now.
I won't say you're getting in the way, bro. But if your appearance is causing people to become volatile, I guess it makes sense it's for the best.
I feel like I just should not cause problems as much as we can, so we can, figure stuff out.
Makes sense.
So what do we have planned for the day?
I don't know. I was just Hoax is more of the type to come up with ideas like the with the plan. I just go along with it.
Okay, I guess I'll just stick with you and see what happens.
Why not? We really get to be together.
Yeah, I just I can't be by myself. I feel like bad things would happen if I was.
Hmm.
Alrighty. In that case, then we're going to jump to Dazzle Beeper. Hey, Dazzle, it's probably like 10 in the morning now.
Yep.
What you heading up to do? What you getting up to go do?
Well, he was gonna remind as many members of the party he could find about, gonna inform as many members of the party as he could find about the situation that he kind of set everyone up for, is that of heading to the guild hall to accept a quest so that we can upgrade our
Rank.
upgrade our rank.
I'll say you find Vincent and Pro downstairs eating. That's about all you
Ah.
find. The rest of them, I'll say, probably gone off to do stuff
Yep.
by now.
Ah, Vincent, Crow. Just the people I was looking for. Well, at least half the people I was looking for, but I was hoping to speak with you guys about something.
All right. What did you want to talk about, Dazzle?
Well, yesterday I went to went to the guild house to try and work out to try and do that to try and submit that quest that I was supposed to at the last town. But apparently I need to upgrade my city rank here, and in order to do that, I had to sign us all up for a adventuring guild. And
Meaning,
well, meaning that we had to basically we have at least till the end of today to head up to the guild hall and accept a quest so that we can upgrade our city ranks.
No, your
least.
adventurer's rank, not your city's rank.
Yeah, sorry, our adventurer's rank. And apparently you can't do this upgrade your adventurer's rank solo. Or at least it costs a lot more than I have. So I was hoping to let everyone know that I did this so that we can head up there all together to accept this quest.
I see. What do you think, Crow?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna hurt us to get an upgrade, but I feel like we should find the rest of the group.
I agree with you on that point, at least.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was just coming by to give you a heads up on the situation. But if you want to help me find the rest of the gang, that's that that's perfectly fine with me.
I got nothing else to do.
Hmm.
Oh, what about you, Crow? Should we go? Bet beach sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, it's definitely better than doing nothing.
Oh, by the way, Crow, neat mask.
Yeah, I had a run-in with the locals.
Hmm. Right. I kind of understand. I kind of understand that. Uh, uh, Mil- Millie's mom used to have the same sort of hassles, but she was tough enough to kind of uh, uh she was tough enough. She's definitely tough enough to not to beat some beat anyone who tried to at least beat anyone who tried harassing her like that.
I mean, I just don't want to cause a scenes.
I understand. Yeah. Uh, well, uh, yeah, if you guys. Well, I wish you luck, though. And. Alright. And, I guess Dazzle Booper will, kind of awkwardly, leave the scene to go find anyone else to give them the news.
Okay. Let's see. Who do we? Dr. Tremaine, you're heading to the Comfort District or the Pleasure District, depending on what you want to call it. You've made your way to the gates. There is a very well dressed Dragonborn standing outside this gate. He doesn't look armed as far as you can tell, but he's wearing like a doublet, the bow tie, just very well dressed attire. He looks to you, adjusts a pair of spectacles on his eyes. Hello, sir. Are you interested in entering the entertainment district?
Yes.
Ah, yes. That will be 1 gold coin, sir.
I'll reach into my bag and fish out 2 and hand them both.
2 coins. You have somebody coming with you, sir?
No.
Then why 2 coins, sir?
Well, you're doing such a fine job. I feel it'd be a tip.
I do not need your tip, sir. And he will give back the coin. I should mention he is a red dragon.
Never known anybody to turn down a tip.
Would you like to make an insight or a history check?
Sure, why not?
All right, which one do you want to do?
History.
Go and make a history.
Ooh, baby. It's gonna be a 24.
Tipping is actually not a very big or common thing in Draconia at all. It was a thing over in Latin, and it kind of got brought here because of the Latin immigrants. But closer to closer to the coast and stuff, it's a little more common. But especially here in the capital and stuff, a lot of like legal establishments and stuff do not like tipping because they see it more as an insult than anything. So it's more like you've just insulted the man than, tipped him.
My apologies.
Quite alright. Foreigners never know up. But do enjoy the entertainment district, sir. And if I could make a recommendation, there's a lovely play going on at 11.
Subject.
Oh, what is known as the Winter's Crest. It is about a winter fae falling in love with a mortal, so to speak.
Hmm.
Hmm.
If I have time, I may check it out. Thank
I
you,
do
sir.
suggest. You're quite welcome. Enjoy the entertainment district.
I'll walk in.
Okay. What do you go? Where do you do?
I'm specifically looking for the Sleeping Willow.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. See if you can see it.
Remain, the awkward one gets lost in the pleasure district.
That'd be something.
Well, that's a 12.
You're traveling around for a little bit. You get some cat calls here and there. You find some escorts promising you a good time. But you eventually find it. And as you head on into the place, it's very think more like a lounge. Like it's much more the layout. There are upholstered like booths all around. There's the smell of incense in the air. In the air. There's a low jazzy kind of music coming out. It's a very just smooth and calm atmosphere. You do see a bar with what seems to be a Goliath behind the bar just polishing some glasses.
I will politely approach.
He kind of look at you. What can I do you for?
Two things. Something wet and medium strength. I have other business to attend to today. I can't be walking around half blind.
Cider it is.
Thank you, sir.
He'll put a bubbly cider in front of you.
Item number two, I'm looking for an individual at the behest of a benefactor to us both. Maybe you could help me find so I can speak with him.
He's kind of just now eyeing you as you say that. Name?
I was informed that his name is Jebediah.
Jebediah.
That is what I was told.
Halfling?
I believe so.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, goody. Kraken, you haven't let me down yet. God, I love these dice. That is
God, these
a
are-
19 with a 1 for a soft 20.
You see him kind of look at you, and then his eyes will look past you towards a booth, towards the corner, where you see a halfling gentleman who seems to be milking a drink of some sort. He'll just look back to you. Never heard of him. But I'm sure you could find lovely company with a gentleman.
Greatly appreciate that. What do I owe you for the cider?
1 gold. Oh, yeah.
I will put down 1 gold.
He'll graciously he won't he'll just reach his hand over like he's cleaning the counter and take it. Just one fail slip motion.
I will take my drink and walk over to the booth that he looked at.
This Jebediah person will kind of look up to you. Hello, I'll say I recognize you, friend. Are you new in town?
Yes, I am new in town.
Ah, good. You come for some medical agreement?
Yes and no. I'm here, one, first and foremost, to upgrade my practicing license. But two, I'm here at the request. No, request isn't the right word. Behest of a benefactor to us both.
Oh, benefactor, I don't know. I myself can't get your medical license upgraded, as you noted. That's not my area of expertise. I can sell you medical equipment, though. But you've caught my interest. Who is this benefactor? Would you speak?
No, I have no need of the medical equipment. I am fairly stocked. And I'll lean in and I'll quietly say, I'm here at the behest of one Mr. Bradshaw.
Roll me an insight the moment you say that.
Inside. Damn. That's gonna be a 12.
You see it only for an instant as he before he recomposes himself. It's like a record scratch. He kind of chokes a little bit on his drink for a second as he takes the drink. Kind of like he does that quick jolt at the name and then fixes himself almost immediately. Anybody else probably wouldn't have caught it, but that 12, you catch it. Ah, I apologize, friend. I don't know a Bradshaw. I think you have me confused with somebody else.
Sir,
Ooh.
I've literally stared death in the face. Just give me what you owe the man, and we'll call it even.
Intimidation or persuasion of your choice.
I have a 1 in both, so let's go with persuasion. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna break the mold. I'm going for intimidation.
Oh, the doctor's
Yes! That's a
What do you
nat
get?
20. God, I love these dice.
You
Not
put the
sponsored.
fear. You put the fear of him into it. You put the fear of something in him. Okay. All right. I have what we agreed upon for payment. I have what we agreed upon. As he watches, he'll put he'll put this little like ingot. It looks to be a solid platinum ingot. Sorry. Say it again.
You do like to owe debts.
No, I don't. It's just a bad habit.
I will reach forward and take the ingot. This is just my layman's opinion, but this seems to be an expensive habit.
Well, if you are an associate of Bradshaw, then you know his work well enough to know he deals the most expensive of habits. Do let the boss know this, though. Do let Bradshaw know this, though. The boss is not happy with the latest shipment.
Hang on, I'll make it double sure I get these.
So let me explain this better because I just messed it up. He said, let Bradshaw know that the boss is not happy with the latest shipment.
Got it. Tremaine will put that ingot into his bag.
Mm-hmm.
I will make sure he receives your message loud and clear.
Well, now that that business is taken care of, how about we do our own? How would you like to work for a real empire?
I've done that. I've done that once, friend. Never again. You do take care now. And Tremaine will turn to leave.
You're making a mistake working for that snake. He'll kill you like he kills everybody.
I've made many mistakes. What's one more to add to the pile?
All fools. You all trust the wolf in sheep's clothing, too. But not my place to judge. I simply move supplies. That's all I do. Take care, friend. I hope you don't end up with a knife in your back.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I don't mean to interrupt. Can we just take a 5-second pause so I can disconnect and reconnect?
Yeah, go ahead. Is something wrong with your OBS or something?
My audio keeps screwing up, and I think it's on Discord's end, and usually disconnecting and reconnecting fixes it.
That's not going to make you have to re-record, is it?
No, it's going to keep recording. I just need to leave the call, and all it would hear is what I'm saying, but I didn't want you to continue until I came back.
Yep, go ahead.
2, 1. Alright. Continue, sorry.
Okay. Yep, you had that little conversation with him, though, Tremaine. You just leave after that?
Yep.
Alrighty. Where do you head off to now?
Let's go sappy. let's leave this place, this district, and go back to a commercial district and see if I can't find uh, what Tremaine would think is regular date gifts, flowers, and what have you.
Yes. Yes. Roll me another. No, roll me survival. Roll me survival. See if you find something.
Survival. Shit. It bounced out of my tray and onto the floor. That's great. What's a 15 get me?
You find a shop that is selling very pretty flowers that are also medicinal flowers from your home.
Oh. Um. Let's just see how sappy Tremaine can get.
Alrighty.
Um,
It's a wood elf that is running this little stall, by the way. This little like flower stall.
Tremaine will politely greet her. Good evening. Is it evening yet?
It's probably like 11.
Oh, so it's early morning, or mid morning.
You were told
Good
me that the
morning.
dock's at noon. Good morning.
I'm very interested in some of your selection.
Oh, what are you interested in?
I didn't quite expect to see so many things from home.
Oh, where's your home, sweetheart?
Letton.
Oh. Then I bet this is really a blast from home, isn't it?
It's more pleasant than some of the other things. Trust me.
I got these when I was a little girl, when I traveled to Letton for a little while, before all that nasty business with the church and stuff.
I think the nasty business was from both sides. That's
Well,
why I'm not there.
the state didn't kill non-humans in the street. So
Oh,
that's
I
all I
know.
can say. But can I interest you in some of the flowers, sweetheart? Are you needing some for medicinal reasons, or?
Well, this is going to sound vaguely foolish, but I have a date later on today,
Oh
and
my! Oh,
the
man.
the person in question has interests similar to mine. I was thinking about a bouquet of medicinals, maybe with some
Oh,
sage
sweetheart.
and.
Oh, that is beautiful. Let me get something made up for you real quick. And she makes a lovely bouquet out of like medicinal herbs and flowers. That to the like the non-medical trained person, this just looks like a very nice bouquet. To the medically trained person, this is a bouquet of very nice herbs and medicinal plants and such.
That is a very nice selection. And Tremaine's just kind of taken aback.
Well, I'm glad you like it, sweetheart.
How much?
For this bouquet, I'll say 3 silver.
Really not. Gold, at least.
No. This grows very popular here. Maybe a copper a dozen.
5 silver.
I'm only charging you the extra because of the flare.
Okay, then. I'll reach in and pull out 5. Just count them out. This is the 3 agreed upon, and the 2 for the help. Please. I feel bad. I know
Roll persuasion.
tipping isn't a thing here, but persuasion. Watch me fail. Oh Lord, that's a 4.
I appreciate the generosity, but no thank you, sweetheart.
Three it is then.
Alrighty. Do you head to the docks?
Yes.
Alrighty. You make your way towards the docks. And the docks aren't like closed off or anything. But it is like very hustle and bustle around there. And some people give you some interesting looks as you're a human male with a bouquet of flowers and herbs and such. And just give me a perception check to see if you can find your beloved to be.
And it kills me when I want it to, and it doesn't when I don't want it to. That's a 19 plus 1 for a dirty 20. Or soft 20.
A soft 20, you say? Tremaine, you see a very, very familiar boat. A boat you've been riding on. A boat you saw the deck of get blown out. A boat you've seen monster-like creatures come fighting off of and come charging to and from. And you see standing in front of it in their splendid plague doctor attire. You see Midnight.
Wonders never do cease to surprise and amaze me.
They stare at you for a second. Do you give them the bouquet?
Yeah, and that's what it's for.
They pull out 2 red circles on sticks and put it up to their cheeks like they're blushing.
But you do realize that this generates questions.
They pull out basically looks like an eyebrow stick and raises up the eyebrow.
I mean, that ship was practically destroyed.
They just
It
shrug.
disappeared. How are you here?
They shrug.
And Tremaine just kind of can't cope. Oh well, I'm here, as promised.
She'll nod her head. She'll nod her head at that, and she'll like take your arm and hold it like do the one arm squeeze where like they'll squeeze your arm tightly.
Forgive me. What did you want? What did you want to do and go be and see this fine day, midnight?
She'll hold up a chalkboard and she'll like start writing on it, and you'll see her write out, "We're still waiting for Hoax and Midnight. This is a double date."
Alice.
Hooks and
Or
Alice,
Alice,
yeah.
damn it. I'm tired.
Oh, that's right. Forgive me, it's slipped my mind. You
It's just
actually
not
being
like
here,
okay.
the ship that should not be here, being here, just took me by surprise. And of course, you always take me by surprise.
And with that, we are going to transfer over to Hoax and Alice. Hoax.
Yes.
This is a little bit before Tremaine makes his way to the docks. Where are you heading?
Whatever makes sense first between the auction house and the Adventurers Guild. Assuming I can do both before this date.
Yeah, I'll let you do either or before the date. They're both the Adventurers Guild would be on the way to the bathhouse.
Alright, I will stop in the Adventure Hall quick.
Okay. What are you doing? Just going over to the front desk lady to try to set up a quest?
Yep.
Okay. So kind of like stop for a second. Oh, which chance Hoax might expect shop?
Yeah? How'd you know?
Oh, good. Good. You see her put down like a scroll, like these 3 scrolls in front of you. One of your friends came by the other day to set up a mission. Now, you have a group name, you see her like pulling out a list. The Bunker Buster Buddies or something like that accord?
I thought we were...
We have 3
Basement
we have
Batty
3
Busters.
quests. Or whatever. We have 3 quests you guys can choose from. Are you here to pick it up as one of the group members, hired members?
No, actually I'm here to set something up. We were gonna do this a little later.
Oh, well, you have to pick it up by the end of the day, before the end of the day, or you won't be able to take your rank test.
I'm sure we'll manage.
Are you sure, sir? If you don't do this now, you have to wait a whole another year before you can take it again.
Can I just take all 3 of them and then we'll pick one of them to do?
Unfortunately, no. You have to pick one now. I can explain them to you if you like real quick.
Alright, here's what we'll do. You can explain them to me, and I will allow Dazzle Booper, who will probably be on his way here, to pick. How's that?
Dazzle Booper can't pick the test, sir. He's too low of a rank. The only ones that can pick are the 2 copper ranks amongst your.
Oh, okay, alright. How about if
I gotta look
just...
at. Hold on, I gotta look at the group. Hold on. We have it written somewhere, don't we?
It was the group name Dazzle Booper chose was the Basement Batty Busters.
Yes, for your group, the Basement Batty Busters.
I
Is
thought,
that really your group's name?
I thought we were in Gelram and the Bronzeport Band.
Is that what you want? Are you the leader, or is this in Gelram? I see Gelram's copper rank, so he is higher.
And Gelram's the leader. I don't like leadership positions. Can we just speed this up? How about I leave...
Would you want to change the name as well, or
We'll leave it up to Engelram, the leader of the Bronzeport Band. Can we stop with the name and just get back to the original thing? How about I leave a note that says that Dazzle Booper can pick on my behest?
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
There.
You see her start writing it down.
It is done. And he just makes like a waving motion. Now can I please set up my mission?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to just clarify this real quick, just so we know. So your group name is the Bronzeport Band.
In Gelram in the Bronzeport Band.
And Gelram in the Bronzeport Band, okay. And you, Hoax, of the Gelram and the Bronzeport Band, are giving one wood rank Dazzle Booper permission to pick of the 3 jobs that we have here.
Yes.
Okay, I have that written down. Okay, if he comes by, I'll let him pick.
Alright. Are you writing this down?
I'm writing down as we go.
Wanted. Tabaxi, and I'll give a description. Named Mr. Whiskers. Or Whiskers. Wanted alive. Make sure he cannot cast runic magic or any magic when you return him to me. Reward, 1
Okay.
unicorn horn.
Okay. Do you have any information you can give about this person? Fighting style, magic capabilities, anything else?
Runic magic, so make sure his hands don't work. But
Runic magic.
no maiming. Worthless
No
drunk.
maiming. Worthless drunk.
Smells like piss.
Smells like piss. Is there a
Better,
bounty out for this individual already?
there better not be. This is my bounty.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean like that. I just meant, is he like an escaped convict or anything like that? You know?
No, he's not a convict. He is a delinquent who is not returning to work.
Contract breakers. I understand.
So, again, must be alive, must not be maimed, but should also not be able to cast any runic magic. So, some of them funny mittens they give people that get nervous and have to spend a stay at the state hospital.
Are you okay with them probably breaking his fingers? Because I
don't-
know a few of them that if they do it, will probably do that.
I don't care.
Okay? Finger breaking is allowed. And you said the reward for said mission was a unicorn's horn?
Yep, right here.
Anything else besides the,
And
anything
this,
else besides the unicorn's horn or just the horn?
And this beautiful jewelry box.
Okay, a jewelry box with the unicorn's horn in it. Can I see the unicorn horn? What is it? A full grown, half grown?
I'll just show it to her. I don't know.
You see her take out like a little spectacle kind of look. Oh, okay, this is a full grown unicorn horn. That is a very nice piece. You'll get some interesting individuals with that one.
First come, first serve. Don't care if they kill each other trying to get this bounty. Their lives are not my concern. Just as long as the bounty is completed.
Well, I'm not going to put that on there because we don't want people to fight with each other. But I understand what you're saying, sir.
I just will not be responsible for any murders.
Oh, you as the quest giver are never responsible for that unless you specifically setting up a quest so that people will kill each other instead of actually completing the quest. Which at that point we get the government and stuff involved. But it doesn't seem like this is that kind of deal.
Sure.
Anything else, sir?
Yeah, tell them that they'll get an additional gold if they kick them in the nuts and say that's from Hoax.
Are you sure?
That's not maiming him, and they're already fixing to break his fingers.
1 additional gold if you kick the Catman in the nuts and say it is from Hoax. Okay, if that is all, that'll be 1 copper to have this put up and posted, sir.
I will give her the copper.
Okay, you have an extremely long worded wanted quest. Oh, we need a description of this individual as well. Can you give us a description?
I will give.
Roll me a history. Roll me a history to properly describe him. If you roll bad, it's going to be a bad sign.
18.
Okay, you get it good. Dang it, I was wanting like just something like where his face is fine, but he has to be like the thickest and curliest eyebrows and mustache and everything. But yeah, no, you get a good design of him. They kind of put it up. Okay.
And I
Yes.
will just leave.
This can take anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, sir, just depending on, who sees it and how long it takes for them to complete it.
I don't care.
Okay. Do have a great day, sir.
You as well, and I'll look over at Alice and go, boy, I hope they earn that gold.
She kind of just looks at you. Are you really that mad at Mr. Whiskers?
He bit in Gelrum. That's just untoward.
From the way it was described to me, though, explained to me, Gelrum did talk about his wife and child. That seems a little uncalled for, if you ask me.
You have to realize he's a soldier trying to motivate a soldier. The wires got crossed. His heart was in the right place.
I mean, Hopes, would you be okay if someone started talking about me if I had died?
I'm hoping to be dead at the same time you're dead.
It's not what I mean, and you know it. Also, God forgot to change the music.
Well, I think you know what I mean.
I know. But still, I feel like you should cut him some slack.
Look, when this isn't at the threat of Inkonsu being mad at me, then I will cut him some slack.
That's fair. I understand that.
And right now, even though it costs me my entire ass to become friends with him, I like him more.
His prices are steep, but he does get quality information.
I would say.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't put any money down for the spies.
That was a little steep. I'm hoping in time that Tremaine will see that queuing at least you and me in will be more benefit than not.
I mean, sometimes people have to keep secrets.
I suppose, but this involves my dad, and I'm getting real tired of his secrets.
Did you ever keep secrets from your old man?
Currently, I'm keeping a very lovely relationship a secret from him, but that's because I haven't seen him.
So, okay, I can't really use that as my point, but never mind. Gonna be fighting an uphill battle no matter what.
I think. Well, look, we're both fighting the same battle with just different people.
If you say so, Hawks. Come on, let's get to that auction house before it gets to noon. We don't want to be late and make midnight mad.
No, absolutely not. I would rather be hunted by Nkonsu than midnight.
You bald. No, I'm kidding. Alrighty. You make your way past the bathhouse where you see a couple of guards with red hoods.
I will walk up to them and flash that platinum coin.
You see one of them like kind of just looking around, the other one will just kind of like, follow me.
I'll nod and start following them.
You were led to a really nice little like, it looks to be just like a little nice hole in the wall like tea shop. And then you're led to a back area where there's this hatch in the ground. And the guard that brought you pulls out two of these like nicer masks. They look to be both peacock style, but with like the nose shaved down to a short point. For your own identity and safety.
I'll nod and
They don't like to show off the faces down there.
I'll nod and put mine on.
Alice will nod and put hers on. You kind of look at Alice for a second. Don't show off your chain either. Your kind goes for a very pretty penny down there. And he'll walk away.
Could I roll a history to see if I know if her showing a chain is even a problem?
I mean, I don't think you need to roll for that. You know about Tieflings and stuff. Tiefling chain link is literally their connection. Their connection to the Revenant of Death, who was bound by his own chain.
Yeah, but
It's basically to represent how like their kind was enslaved by him, and he still has basically an iron fist around their necks at all time,
All right, but
and the chain link. Okay.
what I was getting at is, does she have one?
Uh, you don't know. You haven't seen a physical chain link. I mean, she wears jewelry. She wears like earrings and rings and stuff. But any of those could be her chain link because like tieflings can have it changed at a certain age to a piece of jewelry. Some do, but you don't know. You you personally have not seen anything because the thing is you've seen her remove those earrings and rings before she goes to bed, and the tiefling's chain is not normally removable. If it was removed from their body, they would physically die.
I'll just
So
look at her to make sure that she's gonna be okay.
she just looks at you. I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you being skinned.
It's... Yeah, maybe I should fix that real quick, and I'll just change my skin tone to be human.
You see her like take out this wand and tap herself, and she goes and looks like an elf.
Look, you
Better
don't...
safe than sorry.
Look, you don't seem to be happy how I'm going about what I'm doing with my dad. Do you have a better solution?
Folks, I never knew my parents. So the way you're fighting with him and not trusting him, it makes me feel a little sad. That you've got a chance to be really close with yours and you're not wanting to be in the way you're doing this.
That's the problem, though. I feel like because of his secrets, I can't be close to him, despite trying. I just want to show that I can be trusted and that we can be close.
Folks, the more I'm learning about John, the more I'm realizing the only reason he kept secrets was so that we would be. And the more that we would know. Because the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know if I want to be around John anymore.
So what you're saying is, for the sake of myself and my potential future kids, I should probably just let him tell me I'm on his own time.
Probably. That way they can at least explain themselves better. I don't think John has any way of explaining himself now. Not with the way his head is.
I'll like do that nice thing where you brush your significant other's cheek and just go, "Alright, I'll do it your way."
Thank you, folks. Alrighty. You lot head on down these stairs. And the atmosphere like just changes. It gets maybe a good 20 degrees colder down there. You see all sorts of humanoids, from small to just these colossal beings, all wearing masks, all wearing nicer attire. Some are wearing more like what you would see as like bodyguard or mercenary attire, but everybody has masks on. Nobody is showing their actual face.
Do I see?
There are people in what you would there are people that you would consider more waiter attire, going around with platters of food and drink and stuff. And one of them will like come by you and be like, "Food, drink, sir, madam."
No, thank you.
I also take one of like the little mini cocktail things.
Say, so where do you... Do I just take the stage and start auctioning something, or how does this work?
If you have something of quality, you can go and talk to one of the auctioneers, and you'll see him kind of like gesture to these three gentlemen who look very different than the rest of everyone. Everyone else is wearing darker stuff to try to blend in. These three individuals are wearing gold, like these gold robes. One of them has two red stripes, one on either shoulder, and the other two each have a blue stripes on either shoulder. Those are the auctioneers. You approach them with the item in question, and they will evaluate if you have something worth their time.
Thank you for your
The house
information.
takes. I will let you know the house takes 20%.
How do you avoid that?
You don't.
Understand.
Alrighty.
You make your own auction.
Yeah, you just build your own out in the alleyway. I'll head up to one of the auctioneers then.
Alright, you head up to them. They're all three together, like, eating and drinking.
Excuse me.
Hello.
I have something
The
that
one in the middle. The one in the middle will say to you.
I do have something that I'd like to auction off.
And what, pray tell, is that?
I will reach into my coat that's hiding the portable hole and I'll pull out the demon crystal. This.
You see the blue one on the left who has this, like, jaguar mask. The blue on the right has a, like a, looks to be a dog mask. And the one in the middle with the red has this, like, draconic mask. The cheetah to the left will kind of like look at it and go, interesting. Is that a demon crystal from the Infernal Desert? Or from the Wicked Desert?
You bet.
Hmm. We could get a bidding war started on that. Yes, but not tonight. We don't have him of all people. True. Collectors of such items are not very prominent right now. We could set one up though? Oh. The one with the dragon mask will too. If you give us about, I'd say a week, the day after this whole festival is over, there'll be many of those higher ups still in town be more than interested to partake in such a crystal. You could probably get 100,000 gold for it, and well, with the way the house prices work, you could get 80,000 out of it. Keep 80,000 of it.
That works for me. Hopefully we get more.
Please. Well then, please come. Let's sign the paperwork, and you can leave the item with us for now.
Sounds good.
And alrighty, Blue with the dog mask is going to like bring you over to a side table and put this like this gold little tray with you know those like glass display cases where it's like a little gold tray and then a full glass dome with like a brass little topper you can pull stuff off and on with.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll like gesture for you to put it there and then sign the paperwork basically saying, hey, you're okay with them holding on and selling the item. They get 20% of the auction. Blah 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 blah.
I will sign it with whatever they tell me to sign it with, just so that, identities are sealed and all that good stuff.
They actually tell you to sign with what your business name would be. That doesn't have to be your legal name, but the name you would use for business and such.
I will just put. I will put down. I'm trying to remember what name I used last time.
I know what you're talking about. The one
yeah.
at the.
I will write down Mark Wahlberg again.
That's right. That's right. Because you made the whole thing about it. I remember that now. Well, Mr. Wahlberg, we thank you for trusting us. Please stay, partake of some of the food and drink and atmosphere here. We will have an auction of sorts going on in a few hours. A silent one for a few trinkets and trades.
Appreciate it. And would I know if I even have time for something like that?
I'd say it's probably like 10 o'clock right now, maybe. It was 10 when you went in. That's all you know. By the way, the light and stuff was.
Is there a way to tell time here?
Not that you can see.
I'll turn to the auctioneer and go, is that somebody that can let me know when it's 11 so I can get on to my prior engagement?
The timekeeper can. They're quite well knowledgeable about that.
Alright, I'll screw around here until 11 and then head to the docks with Alice.
Okay. You head on out to like basically this like light, nicer room with multiple tables set up. If you're familiar at all with a silent auction and the way they work.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, I was just wondering. I know you're Midwestern like me, so I'm like, he's got to been to a couple. You see several individuals, none of them that you really recognize because of their attire and their masks. But there's a few good items on the tables. There are two different type of swords, two different pairs of boots. Uh, this black hard tome book. A at first you're like, is that a sword? And you're like, no, the way it's shaped, it's a bow. It's like a bow that's kind of like bladed on the outside of it. And then there is a very nice like wood hammer.
Uh,
And you see, I'll let you know this. Out of all the participants of this silent auction, there are three that stand out to you. There's one that is dressed in all black with a cloak coming over him, and it almost looks like there's wisps of shadow coming off the ends of his cloak. There's a gentleman dressed in what looks like he pulled the foliage from the forest and wrapped it around himself. The mask of this man is like an antlered deer with a couple of antlers coming off what the mask should be. And the third one is just this big, beefy humanoid in like very tattered, very rusty armor.
all right. So the part that I'm not familiar with on the silent auction, I just write down what I'm willing to bid on these items.
Yep, you basically write your name and the amount you're willing to bid.
All right. So I would. What do the two pairs of boots look like?
One of them is made of. It's explained. One of the boots is known as the boots of elven kind, and the other ones are boots of water walking. The boots of elven kind, the bid is basically just. I think the current bid is by somebody named Clancy Temlet. His bid is about 20 gold. And then the high bid on the boots of water walking is by a Joshua Greeman. His bid is about 100 gold.
I will put 10 platinum for the boots. What's the book going for?
Which boots? There's two of them. There's the Elven kind boots and the water walking.
On the boots of elven kind, I will put the 10 platinum down on.
Okay, and that's 100 gold. So okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
what about this book?
This book you're currently seeing as being like this all black figure who you can't see the face of with shadowy wisps. They're standing in front of it, and they just wrote down their price. You see the name is just the Shadow Man. That is the name they left, and they're putting down 500 gold for this book. The book has no markings as far as you can tell, and there's a "Do Not Touch" sign on it, but it's simply just known Book of the Shadow Arts.
I'll look at Alice and just say, do you have any interest in Shadow Arts?
I'm not against Shadow Arts. I do have my own money to invest as well. If it's magical based, I'd be interested in it. Although Shadow Art's more pertaining to the planes of dread and plane of shadow.
Maybe it's worth bidding on. I want to just try to strike up a conversation quick with this Shadow Man.
Okay, you roll me a charisma check while Alice is going to put down her bid.
Oh, that's no good. That's a 7.
What do you say to him?
How's it going?
The featureless creature looks to you. You see nothing through the like shadow-like flatness of the hood. You know, like how in anime and stuff, where it's like the hood's up, it's completely pitch black under the hood. It's like there's nothing underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It just looks at you and then just kind of like floats away. Doesn't even look like it walks.
I will try the same thing with the rusty armor man.
Roll me a charisma. And Tell me what you say, and then I'll let you roll charisma. Because I should have done that first to see if you'd say something that maybe give you advantage or something.
Do you just want me to say it first and then roll, or do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, because
Oh, okay.
no, roll first. Like speak first, because if you say something interesting or that is actually something that would probably prompt the conversation, I might give you advantage on the roll.
I will look at him and go, "What's the story on the armor, friend?"
Roll just straight charisma.
All right. 13.
Oh, hello. Well, I've been on the road for some time, quite some traveling in combat. Didn't have anything to keep it polished or clean with, and it got just very rusty. Pray tell, who are you? You're wearing very nice.
Oh,
Is that Rattledrake?
Is that what?
Rattledrake. Things like rattlesnake library, basically.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's a rather eclectic taste, or a little expensive. Where do you hail from?
Oh, I hail from Bronzeport. How about yourself?
Bronzeport. I hail from the Ironhide. So I hail from Iron.
What's it like out there?
Well, if you're dealing with the mountains, you deal with those children of the mountain who are zealous bastards that'll kill you if you aren't you aren't them. If you go down into the valley, you have to be careful. Rock slides, mountain slides, mud slides. Then there's the lost area where there's a huge storm that takes up a small sliver of the land. But past that, then you hit the wicked desert, and that's Fiend Haven. I don't like dealing with that kind too much. Too many demons and devils. Arcanoloths and such there. Ugh.
That sounds like a wild place.
Yes, it's not rather intriguing. Although, have you heard of a country called Cathos, son?
In fact, I have. I read a Navy book about them. Only got halfway through it.
They are fascinating. The wicked desert. They believe the sand holds some sort of mystical property.
Are they correct?
Mm, I don't know. That's the sand-eating gnolls. They're the ones that could tell you.
I met one of them.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
And you came out in one piece.
Yeah,
That's
it was
impressive.
alright. He done disappeared, though.
Really?
Some sort of
Well.
skirmish with a chain devil.
You faced a chain devil.
Faced is a very loose term. I took a pot shot at him and then walked up a flight of stairs.
You are one of the few people to have seen one and lived. Most of the time, when one sees one, they're dead. The chain devil shall hunt them till they're dead.
Oh, well, that won't be a problem. The chain devil disappeared along with the sand eater and this blue fella.
Blue fella? The Triton?
No, he was drinking unicorns.
That is a terrifying prospect. Only a fool would do such a thing.
I could tell he looked like a bit of a jackass.
Well, that's rather interesting.
Say, what you know about that shadow fella and the other one?
Can't say I know them very well. I'm not from around here. I've only been here for a couple of weeks. I was investigating the auction house for a weapon of sorts, although they don't have it. If I had to make a guess, it's probably going to be one of their live auctions for this blade.
What kind of blade?
Have you ever heard of something called a Holy Defender?
No, but that sounds interesting.
It is a rather strong and very powerful blade, passed down amongst the paladins and such.
Very interesting.
Yes, yes, indeed. They're very hard to make and very rare to find. The one I am looking for is, oh, I'd say 5,000 years, maybe 6,000 years old now.
Jeez. That's a
It
sword.
was lost. Yes, it was lost many, many eons ago during a great war. And I'm trying to retrieve it to help my people.
Well, I wish you luck on that.
And to you is whatever you're doing.
Who was this third person that you described to me?
As I said, it looks like you really grabbed the foliage and canopy of the ground and like a heavily dense wood, and you just threw that over you like a cloak. Like
Ah,
you got like just a chunk of the ground with leaves, mushrooms, grass, vines. And you somehow flattened it and turned it into like just a piece of cloth and just threw that over yourself and put the hood, and that's just how they're walking around. Their mask is like a young deer mask with like think like a 4 point basically.
I'll just kind of look over at him and go, I assume you're from the forest, yeah?
You would assume correct, my friend.
What's your story?
What is your story?
Come from Bronzeport, started traveling around.
And why did you start traveling?
Wanderlust, I guess. Fortune, trying to start a family.
Ah, that last one is a noble reason.
Yeah, the other stuff is just to pad my wallet so that I can start the family. It ain't cheap.
Well, if you live amongst the forests and ask for help from the woods, you won't need to say anything.
Fair point.
May I ask what brought you here of all places, though, friend?
Oh
Is
yeah,
it to, as they say, fatten their wallet?
I had to I have an item that I'm trying to get auctioned at the main auction in a week.
Hmm. May I inquire as to what this item is? Is it something of the forest?
Oh no, quite the opposite, is something from hell.
Ah, then I have no interest in said item.
I do apologize.
It is quite alright. I cannot assume that every person shall have something of my interest.
And unless there's...
Such ideas would be too vain.
Yeah, that is fair. And unless anything else is going on, I will just wait for the auction to be over so that we can leave at 11.
Do you want to look at anything else? Do you want to look at the Warhammer, the two other swords, this bladed bow?
I can look at the... Does the Warhammer look like something Dazzlebooper could use? Or Engelrum?
Engelrum, yes, because Engelrum's a fighter. Dazzlebooper's a paladin, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, he could technically use it too. The description of the Warhammer is known as a it's known as a Warhammer of cleansing.
Oh,
It looks to be like it doesn't really describe too much what it does, but it's just called like a Warhammer of cleansing. It says it's probably about 500 years old.
how much is that going for right now?
The highest bid on it right now is from somebody called the Rusted Metal, and their bid right now is 1,000 gold on the weapon.
I don't want to sully my relationship with our new friend here in case he can't find his sword. What are the other swords like?
The two other swords, one is like this long, jagged, almost at first you're like, is it stone? But you realize it's metal that's been shaped and worked in such a way to make it look like slate. It's known as the fake stone sword. The current bid on it is by one Nihilus White, and the asking he's put down about 200 gold, while the other blade looks like a the other sword is like this fang or bone that's been like sanded and chipped at in such a way to look like a jagged, serrated longsword. This is known as spine tap, and there's one bid on it for about 100 gold, and the individual on this one is just simply called the Shadowlands.
Does it say what that one does?
Nope. Same as the other blade. It's simply called the Spinal Tap. It looks pretty interesting, though.
Alright, so how much was on that one and the stone one?
The stone one is 200. The bone one is 100.
I will put 300 on the stone and 200 on the spine.
Okay. You want to
then-
look at the bow, or are you good?
I'm good on that.
Okay, let me roll just probability to see if you get any of these.
Sure.
Okay, you will get the boots for however much you said.
100.
Alice gets her hands on the book, actually.
That's insane.
For Alice. Shadow Dude. You get your hands on the stone sword. Shadow Dude takes the bone sword, though.
Alright, I will pay what I gotta pay.
And you did not put anything down for the Warhammer, right?
No, I didn't. I wanted him to win it.
Okay, just making sure. Just wanted to make sure.
Alright, so I got the stone and the boots, and
Alice got the book.
I will I will exchange out my boots before we leave, and I'll need you to send me information on the boots.
You got the Elven Kind boots, right? Not the Water Walk?
Correct.
Okay, let me get your character sheet on there. Okay. With that, are you good with us taking a break right here?
I'm good.
And I'll
Yeah.
say you'll leave the auction house, and then let's take a break.
Yeah, I'll just go to the dock for sake of ease.
Alright. Yep. Everybody else now, let's go ahead and take a break. 10 minutes, come back when you're ready.
Alrighty.
Hopefully, either Dazzle Booper or Engelrum can use this stone sword.
I don't know. Does Dazzle Booper use blades? I guess that's
Yeah.
the question.
I mean-
You'll get a sword that looks like a stone sword.
Yeah, and Engelrum's pretty
Yeah.
attached to his big one, so I'm likely to just hand it to you right
Yeah.
away.
I mean, his other one is a +2 sword, so I don't blame him.
Yeah,
Man, you got boots of Elven Kind. If I remember correctly, this gives you advantage on stealth checks and some other stuff. Yeah, while wearing these boots, your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you are moving across. You also have an advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silent.
everybody's in danger now.
I just now imagine you just like, it's like a silent Western film. You put the spurs on the boots, but we don't hear the sounds of the spurs at all.
He's got spurs that do not go jingle, jingle, jingle.
I stomp
My
on the
spurs
floor
don't
to
go
get. I'll stomp on the floor to get their attention. Boots of Elvenkind. No, you don't.
You make no noise. You have no intimidation abilities, bitch.
Your intimidation is with disadvantage for trying to use your feet. Here's your
No, you fail.
Here's your clown wig and nose. Go sit down and think about what you've done. Speaking of
So-
things that you should think of what you've done, you should sit in the corner and think real hard as to why you have not checked out our sponsor, Martin Mancini.
Yeah. In fact, I actually took my time being silent and read through some chat and read through a chapter that I left off on.
Nice. I am going to disappear to go to the bathroom. Please, I'm too old.
Oh, shut up.
Swiggity squeeze, we come for your knees.
Swiggity swack, they already got my back. It's true what they say. When you hit 30, everything just starts hurting and falling apart. I've been quiet because I've been off and on the phone with my sister, waiting for my mom's plane to land.
Hmm.
And then she called me and said, "Hey, I'm home. Don't worry anymore." Like trying to tell water not to be wet. Doo-doo.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I told you to shut it about your knees.
Did you?
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you have more right to complain about your knees than I do.
You have more right to complain about any kind of injury than we all do.
That's right, you young whippersnappers.
That's the problem when God decided to make you as tall as a redwood. Your knees are probably going to suffer.
Yeah, lower back too. What, Harley? I'm sorry, she's not here anymore.
Oh, that's gotta break his heart. The poor guy.
My dog's been so depressed looking the last hour and a half. Got back from taking my mom to the airport and he's all sad. He's like, "Where is he?"
That's how my cat Reaper gets when my girlfriend comes over. There was one time that we were out at a friend's house and I was supposed to go drop her off, but nature called and I needed to stop at my house real quick, and I thought, hey, what would be a great treat for my cat? Seeing his favorite person. So I had her come in the house to go say hi to him for 10 minutes before I was finished and went to drop her off. So I go and take her home, and he comes and greets me at the door, and I'm like, "What's up, buddy?" And he's looking at me and he's starting to look for her. I'm like, "I'm sorry, buddy. She just came in to say hi real quick. She had to go home." And he looked at me with this hate-filled cat look, and he disappeared and would not look at me for 2 days. He was
Cats
furious.
That's a
I can
bitch. You know
I
that?
can picture what he was thinking when he looked at you. Father, you disappoint me. Where is mother?
He's very vocal. He thinks he can talk to us and that we understand him, so he loves to speak to us. He wouldn't speak to me, look at me, or come near me.
Total silent treatment. You gotta love it.
He walked
Cat grudge.
he walked to a corner of the house, looked over his shoulder at me, and then quickly looked away, and then that was it. He just buried himself in that corner and would not move. He was furious. I've never made that mistake again.
No talk, me angry.
Well, I'm hoping that we get this date out of the way fairly quickly. I'm not trying to bow out or nothing, but I do have to get all my crap ready to go back to work. And I don't wanna.
This 2 weeks went by way too damn fast.
Yeah, I have to imagine that's gotta been the quickest 2 weeks of your life.
Yeah, that's where I was at, viewers. Sorry I wasn't here for the last episode. I was enjoying the very, very fastly ticking clock. I hadn't seen my mom in a couple of years, and she come out to visit. So I said I have to bow out for an episode.
You know what? I'm gonna go make a mistake and drink a Pepsi at 9 in the evening. I'll be right back.
And apparently chaos ensued while I was away.
I didn't do
What?
anything.
Not you, what did y'all get up to when Party Dad was away?
Nice one, Cass. Nice.
I mean,
You left it wide open for me.
as you could tell from at least from my end, I wound up giving us the temporary moniker of the Basement Baddie Busters.
I almost don't want to know how that came up.
It's a long time gag that I try to incorporate into as many games as I can.
Harley, I'm sorry. She's not here no more. So, y'all leaning on me being mopey. It's okay.
That is one good Pepsi. Please sponsor us, Pepsi.
Rather Coke, honestly.
I prefer Dr. Pepper, but I don't think any of these guys are going to be listening to us anytime soon.
Oh Lord,
I want Dr. Pepper in a heartbeat.
here we go. It's the cola wars all over again.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
Look, it doesn't matter what color you like. If you're the asshole who calls every kind of pop a Coke, you're a fucking idiot.
yeah. I think I remember Arby has gotten to like this really heated debate with really heated lawsuit with Pepsi because Pepsi. Well, I think it was because Arby's didn't meet a quota of advertising Pepsi enough, and they didn't know it. So, like after getting hit with a lawsuit, Arby's hit them with a counter lawsuit, and then switched to Coke for their soda preference to their soda.
can we get Sheep a new role that's Arby's historian?
Well,
Arby's aficionado.
The museum
it'd be
of
fast food
Arby's by
aficionado. Would it be just fast food or pop culture?
Sheep. No,
Sheep
because
knows, Sheep has these things for everything.
I think Sheep needs to specifically be heralded as the king of Arby's, because I've never met anybody who's known more about Arby's than Sheep. I don't even think their CEO knows that much about Arby's.
There's no fucking way the CEO knows jack shit about their company besides how much money he makes off them.
It's kind of funny that you say that, like, because, like, I am so obsessed about Arby's that, like, when I was 6, my grandma actually made me a costume of the oven mitt from the 90s Arby's oven mitt mascot.
That's amazing.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
The only thing I've known about Arby's until I met Sheep was the Simpsons joke, "I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's," and then the rest of the kids are like, "Ooh, wow, you must be really hungry." And now my dad says that every chance he gets when we're talking about food.
I don't get the hate for Arby's. It's not bad.
No, it's...
And Arby's owns a shitload of the fast food restaurants.
Oh, you know, it would be kind of cool if we could get an Arby's sponsorship.
Yes. In fact, like one of the dumbest intrusive thoughts that went through my head is to run for governor just for the sake of getting more Arby's establishments in the state I live in. Because there are
I
only
say to you
4
people,
Arby's
I
locations
promise you
in.
as your governor, I will get you more Arby's.
Mr. Sheep, what are you gonna do about the taxes? I don't know shit about no taxes. I'm just here to get Arby's in town. An Arby's on
You'll
every
have one in
block.
every corner.
I'm gonna
Have one
increase
in every corner.
so I
You'll
can
be
buy.
drinking their cheese like a milkshake.
What,
Well-
trucker?
Their horsey
Well-
sauce will be in everything,
What,
from laxatives to milkshakes.
what was that, trucker?
I'm gonna increase taxes so I can afford to buy, pay for and build my own Arby's.
No need to give me my governor's salary. I will
No,
take
no.
it in Arby's gift cards, please.
So the thing is,
we
like,
have those, we have Arby's.
that's the thing though. If there are more Arby's locations in the state I live in, that means that they're gonna have to improve. That they're gonna need to be more aware of road improvements. They're gonna receive a massive
jobs.
spike in job opportunities, and they're gonna have a and there's and unemployment rates would be like down like 5%.
So what I envision is they're going to start a university of Arby's, and then they always have those like halls named after people at every college, and it's going to be named after you.
Aw, shucks.
The City Hall.
For me, that would be Taco Bell or Burger King. I'm a bad man.
But see, would it be like
Taco Bell.
would it be a hall of classrooms or would it be a dormitory wing?
No, Sheep's obviously far too good for bumming college students. He's going to get the whole classroom. I mean, without him, there would be no Arby's, obviously.
So
Continue.
Yeah,
it would be of classrooms.
How do I sound, by the way?
you sound fine.
Good.
Well,
Good.
this is as good as you're getting out of me for the rest of the session. My headset died.
You're fine.
No! So, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to say, folks, you and Alice make your way to the dock.
Cool. This music
You-
is
you
screwing with
find-
my head. I want to start every
Good.
sentence with the word "all right" because of Bruce too.
I love him. Bruce, too, we'd love to do pretty. We'll teach you D&D if you don't know how to play. Anyways, you run into Dr. Tremaine and Alice.
Midnight.
Or midnight. I'm not tired, I swear.
He's desperately trying to get Tremaine to cheat on your
He's
girlfriend.
he's trying to turn us into swingers.
I'm not trying to make you cheat at all, so I can have an in-party conflict. No, of course not. I don't want to make you guys fight.
I don't think there's cheating if we're just swapping around like a bunch of people from Florida.
Oh! I was gonna say Jersey, but damn.
Well, Florida's got a
Sorry.
swinging scene.
Sorry to all of our Florida resident listeners.
Look,
So is Tennessee, but
a beach scene equals swingers. That's just kind of the way she goes.
not really. Tennessee has more swingers.
Tennessee is basically on the beach, according to Al Gore.
Yeah.
So, I win. Anyhow,
Oh god, I'm choking. Anyways, yeah, you guys are all at the docks.
Hello, hoax.
how in...
You- You're almost.
Well, what was that?
I said, hello, hoax. You're almost late.
Almost late don't count. Speaking of being late, how in the hell did Midnight get here?
By the way,
Well-
as you all look at Midnight now, she has a giant picnic basket.
Says a what?
A picnic basket,
Oh.
like a really big one.
Well, Hoax, that's just one of several questions. I direct your attention to the ship that was but wasn't destroyed.
The one that we've been traveling on?
Yes, and then Tremaine points over at the dock where the ship is.
Well, only the deck was blown out. It can still sail. How did the boat get here?
Yeah, but what about all the monsters that were coming out of it? That's also a problem.
Not when Eli's on board.
True, I suppose.
Midnight, is the carriage and the others on board this ship?
They shake their head no.
Well, that's fantastic. That means my rifle is missing too.
And what about the crew?
They hold up a chalkboard and they write down the weird not goblins on the ship and a loose.
I don't want to detract from our date, but I almost want to ask them what the hell happened.
Well, I already asked, and she didn't really give me an answer. So,
Well, Midnight's always been a mystery.
you're not
They
wrong.
they put the two red circles up to their cheeks.
Here's a fun conversation. Midnight, what do you know about getting married? Like, the how?
If a mask could make you think you just said the magic words to somebody, you watch them like they turn around, you hear the sounds of like stuff being rummaged around as they've opened up their cloak and they're digging into it. Before you they pull out this thick, and I mean thick book that just titled "How to Get Married and How to Plan a Venue."
Oh, so
Think every girl's like marriage book, how they want to plan and all that. That's what you're looking at.
Is this how you want to do it?
They just shrug.
Now Hoax is shrugging and looking at Alice for help.
You see Alice looking confused and just shrugs. Alice is not a good one to talk about this, if people remember.
Yeah. The one person that seems to know can't talk, and the three of us are idiots on this subject. That's great.
Yep. It's going all according to plan.
I'll just look over at Alice and go, obviously it's too soon, but I never knew, and I figured maybe Midnight would know it was almost supposed to be a joke, but they're very serious.
Midnight opens a page to this wedding dress and think like the most illustrious white, Snow White wedding dress with a tiara and everything. Like a imagery of that. And then she'll point to Midnight and point to the book. Point to Alice and then point to the book.
I'll look over at Alice.
Alice is beet red when she sees that.
Hoax looks like he's trying to fight off heat stroke. Like, he just doesn't... He's starting to look confused. He's starting to look like if Captain Reed hit him in the head with a hammer.
Tremaine is just lost.
They'll flip a page to this like Prince Charming-esque tux design. It's like very embellished, very, very nice, but very embellished and stuff. The cravat, the bow tie, and all that extra stuff. And it's got like a little golden crown They'll point to that and then point to you, Hoax.
I'll just snap my fingers and go like this, and I'll change my clothes to look like that.
You'll see them kind of like look at you for a second, start messing with your hair in a certain way, and then pull out this little crown and just put it on your head. And then put a thumbs up.
I'll return the crown and change my clothes back. Very nice.
They look a little disappointed when you do that.
Well,
Like, oh, Prince Charming went away.
oh, don't worry. If we ever figure this whole thing out and the time is right, this will all come back.
They nod.
So where are we headed?
You'll see her pick up the giant picnic and then just point past the gates deeper into the city.
Alright.
Do you all follow Midnight?
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
They take you to basically what is this giant garden. There's benches and stuff. You see other people. They're taking you to this like giant garden, and they pull out a blanket out of this picnic basket, throw it down, and set stuff up. Looks like they want a picnic.
I'll sit down.
Alrighty.
I will also
They'll set out like they'll set down little like finger foods, little sandwiches, some wine. You know, the fun stuff. A charcuterie board of sorts.
Alright, I don't want to be that guy or sound like a giant jerk, but why him? And I'll point at Dr. Tremaine.
She pulls out eyebrows and she makes it look like the angry eyebrows at you.
Well, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with him, but I just want to get to know you better. What about this nice bearded man has Midnight written all over it?
Hold on, I need to roll to see what her. I need to just roll to see what her personality is for this. This Please be cat. Please be cat. Please be cat. Please be cat.
It only took 20 sessions for me to make a woman change personalities.
God fucking damn it! I wanted cat.
He could have just done it.
No,
Yeah.
I have a rule. I have a rule to Midnight. I can't break the rule. Midnight, like, just you feel a cold chill run down your back now as Midnight's still staring at you. She's taking away the eyebrows, but she's just like, if a look could kill.
I think you misunderstand me. No. Everything about Tremaine is fantastic, but we don't know a whole lot about you. I was just wondering why you're interested in Dr. Tremaine is all.
She'll point at you, then she'll point to Alice, and then point back to you. And give a, like, kind of give, like, a, balance. It's like, why you and her kind of balance thing.
Oh, I'll look at Midnight and go, well, for me, my history of dating is terrible, and it turns out I really like smart women, and there's never been a smarter or more pretty woman that I have ever met in my life than Alice. So I figured, why not take a trip down to this astral plane and break a curse so that I could hopefully spend the rest of my life with her. Why she chose me, I have no earthly idea.
She nods very sagely, like, yeah, that's normal. That's just normal advice you just said.
What does Alice say?
Alice is just red. Her pink is now a very deep red.
See, previously my choices was, when I went to college for 2 weeks, I saw one girl that I thought I'd talk to, but it turns out that she was already dating who would then become my best friend Pete. So I dropped that immediately. And then there was some creepy woman who thinks I'm a corpse and kept asking me for my organs, and she forced me to go on this date, and I escaped through the bathroom window. So I swore off dating altogether, and then I walked through that carriage door, and I saw Alice, and I'm like, oh hell, here we go again.
Midnight is pulling out some like a quill and paper and has been writing down everything you said. Just like nodding along, not nonchalantly, just nodding along like they're taking notes on a history test.
To your benefit, as far as I'm aware, Dr. Tremaine is not cursed, so you don't have to transcend planes to make magic happen.
They do that twisty hand thing, like you do that maybe not shake your hand thing.
Wait, am I cursed?
Shaky hand. 50-50, 100 to 1 odds, 6 to a dozen, maybe not.
That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
I think maybe it's more of when they found you, it was due to mental anguish.
They nod.
Which is not a curse in the supernatural sense, but in the medical sense.
They nod.
Oh. Well, traumatic stress. So maybe? I just never considered it much of a curse other than just something I have to live with.
This might be a strange question. Midnight, where do you come from?
They just point up. Like they just look at you. Don't raise their arm. They just kind of like point, turn their wrist upwards, and just point up towards the sky nonchalantly.
Heaven? A different plane?
They kind of like they kind of like start bouncing their fist up a little bit while they're standing up, like up,
The astral plane?
up,
Celestial?
up,
Air?
up.
Space?
They do the shaky hand kind of not thing.
Heaven?
Kind of not thing.
Another planet.
The moon?
Kind of not thing. Kind of not thing.
Can I try to give Tremaine a help action on intelligence?
Yeah, go ahead.
Which is meta as hell, but I don't know how else to get out of this.
Oh, Lord. So that's what, an intelligence check?
Yeah, sure. That'll be an intelligence check with advantage because I hope's helping you.
Oh, with advantage. Shell shit. Oh, my dice are in the way. Fuck's sake. That's a heaven and hell. That's a nat 1 and a nat 20. That's not.
Which is first, which was, I guess, yeah.
That's not disconcerting at all.
You know what? I'm gonna be a little mean and use them both. Dr. Tremaine, she keeps doing more and more hand gestures and symbols and stuff. Even with that nat 20 though, you're not able to fully understand what she's saying because it's body language and hand gestures and stuff. The most you can get, she starts doing this thing where like she starts spinning the finger in a counterclockwise motion. The what you can get is she's from somewhere really far away, a long time ago. If any of you make the joke, I will mute you.
You're from the past?
You know me too well.
Almost on the tip of my tongue.
They nod at that, Mayor. They nod like, yes, they're very old.
Primordial.
They nod. Yes, they nod at the primordial.
Ethereal primordial?
They shake their head no at ethereal.
Oh. Is there a plane of primordial, or are you just from the primordial period?
They kind of like they start to do the maybe like yes no thing, but then they stop, and they'll take their left hand and make like a circle. They'll take their right hand and they'll put their pointer and middle finger together, so that the knuckles are flat, and you can put them flat on a surface. Then they'll like stick the two knuckles in the hole, and then they'll slowly separate them in half so it makes the circle go from a circle to an oval, and then they'll pull it out. This is the best way they're going to show you.
You were born from time itself.
No, they shake their head no. They kind of like they point at you. They hold up two fingers, point at your mouth, and then do the rewind, and then do like the counterclockwise again.
Born of time.
They kind of shake their hand like yes, no.
In and out of time?
Between time.
Yes, no. Yes, no.
Before time.
No.
Outside of time.
Yes, no.
I feel stupid.
I will hand them a piece of paper.
They start writing down. They basically write, I'm very old. My time does not exist anymore. It was destroyed long ago. I am from what is considered a different timeline.
That's awesome.
They're basically, before anybody starts coming, oh, Flame's messing with time. No. They're basically from a different they're basically think the parallel world rules from DC. They're basically from a lost timeline or something. Somebody probably fucks with magic and time ways, and basically they came from the one that got destroyed and came to this one, which is the permanent linear one.
So like some chronomancer was screwing up and destroyed two
Yeah.
timelines and merged them by mistake.
Probably not merged, probably made two. One of the ones collapsed because it didn't have the energy and magic to keep it running. So that one collapsed and they came from the collapsed one.
Very cool.
Very, but all it really does is make Coach's question all the more reasonable.
What? That they're from the ethereal plane?
No, why Tremaine of all people then after all this time?
I'm just
Shrug.
a doctor. Well, field
Shrug.
Wait a minute. Unless we drain all your blood to test at one of them blood tests, maybe there's a piece of you that was created from this leftover magic.
They just flip the paper over and just write, I like Tremaine.
I will just go, I'll just sagely nod like, yeah, I like Tremaine too. Going to look at Alice to see if she has anything to say or if she's still having
Alice
fax
is
machine.
frivolously writing. Alice is frivolously writing in a book right now. You can see this. You've seen her do this a couple times. She's in equation mode. She's trying to figure everything out. And it's like putting the carrot in front of the rabbit. She's full gunning now for this.
I just kind of give that look like a dad who doesn't understand their kid's hobby, but they're happy that they're happy kind of look.
Oh, I don't know that look.
I don't
I don't
either,
know that
because
look,
my dad
actually.
has always been very understanding of all my hobbies, so I've never experienced it either.
I feel sad. I feel sad now.
You did
Anyways, that's besides the point.
I know
Yeah,
the
no,
look.
she's making notes. I guess yeah. Do you ask her any other questions? What are you doing? They basically just explained they're not of this timeline, for lack of a better term.
Do you remember the other timeline?
They shake their head no, but also remember they said that they're from up too. Remember that.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you from a timeline in the astral plane that no longer exists?
They kind of like they start to do the kinda, and then they just shake their head yes.
Have you met
They'll
Constellation?
they'll kind of like point at the paper, and you'll see like the paper's full of words now. They're kind of like pointing like, "Give me another if you got it."
Oh, I will hand them a paper.
Okay. They'll begin to write. My timeline no longer exists because of what you mortals call the calamity.
So, when all the rumbling happened, you were in a different astral plane that got smashed into all this?
They'll nod yes.
Did you get to meet Constellation?
They'll nod yes.
Ain't he a peach?
They'll nod yes.
You know, that's who I had to talk to uncurse Alice.
They'll nod yes.
They're the best.
They'll do that. They'll do the shake.
So, yeah, we did the exact same thing almost, with just different steps to get into the relationships we're in.
They'll shake their head no.
Well, we both had to go to the astral plane.
They'll do the you're not wrong kind of thing.
Is it rude to ask what you are?
They'll shake their head yes.
Fair.
I'm still confused about the cookies.
They'll give you the most confused look. Like what?
Midnight. Someone in the carriage has been leaving me messages. One was in a cookie, or on a plate of cookies. One was taped to my back. And then the other was in, well, my food.
They'll point at you, point at themselves, point kind of like down and then up, and then do like a clockwise circle motion with the finger.
Future you,
They shake their head no.
past you.
They'll shake their head no.
This is
You're getting too caught up on the clock aspect of that one, bud. It's just a motion of like clockwise or counterclockwise for that. Think more like all around for that kind of spinning.
You were leaving notes for him all around?
She'll point at you and nod your head.
You know what? I'm too awkward to just say you should have talked to him, so, I get it.
But I asked you if you had left a note with a plate of cookies, and you said no. I'm so confused.
Nerves.
She'll point at herself. She'll point at you, and then she'll do this walking motion with her fingers like you're going down the stairs. And then she'll point back at herself, do an X with her hands, and then do the talk with her mouth, or like with her hands, and then she'll do her best to draw a stick figure on the paper, point to you, do the talk thing, and then point to the stick figure.
Too scared to talk to me.
She shakes her head no.
You were unable to speak to him because he kept walking away.
She shakes her head no.
Too nervous to speak to me?
You'll see Alice pipe her head up. It wasn't you he talked to? You'll see her shake her head yes at that. She'll then point to herself, hold up 4 fingers, and then do the, again, like, basically all around symbol. Way of, like, moving the fingers.
There's 4 of you?
They'll do the kinda.
You can basically project yourself in different locations, so he was not talking to the physical you.
She does the kinda.
Split personalities.
Does the kinda.
Please do not take this the wrong way at midnight, but somebody could write thesis after thesis and make a career off of this.
They shake their head. They do the infinity sign, and then do the confused look.
Too confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there are confusing people out there who make sense out of confusing things.
Mm-hmm.
But myself, Midnight, I am the picture of confusion. But
They shake their head no at that.
sorry?
They just stare at you.
I say I am confused. Not you. I am confused.
They give you a shrug.
Well, who knows? Maybe our kids will end up having kids together one day. I don't know what to say anymore.
You get the 2. She puts the 2 blush circles to her cheeks.
We'll be neighbors. We'll raise our kids together. Be one very strange family.
She does the maybe. And thing.
Hell, between you and Alice, we could just homeschool the kids.
She nods her head yes.
How about it, Tremaine? You want to live in a cabin next to mine outside of Bronzeport?
Tremaine is just still that gif, visible confusion.
I'll just, grab his head and, nod it and go, very good.
Midnight'll do that too. She'll do the same time as you.
I'm gonna kind of do that thing where you look at concussed victims and just kind of look over at Alice, making sure she's still alive.
Alice is still writing, heavily writing. You can hear her muttering to herself in Infernal. It's if she is from a broken timeline and she doesn't seem to have a physical form, at the same time does have a physical form, it's her physical form, the broken timeline, meaning she's just an empty void. But does that mean she's able to start creating things? Then she also says there are other variants of herself, her four variants. Does that mean she's or is not? Wait, how do her dolls work? Are dolls work her? Are dolls just empty souls from the broken timeline? Oh my god, I have so many questions.
I'm just gonna start rattling those questions off in common at midnight to see what she says.
Oh, it's not now!
I'll just like step away and say those questions back to midnight. Like, do you have a physical form? Is it because of your form that you can somehow split between different things, and your dolls might be part of your soul because of the timeline thingy?
The best way I can describe it, you get that look of like, you don't ask a lady that.
I was just
It's like asking a lady her weight. You don't ask that question, you know? That's the look she gives you.
I was just trying to figure out the other puzzle that we were struggling with. Well, with how Tremaine could talk to you but not talk to you.
Major shrug.
Alright.
I mean, you can talk to me whenever you want.
They nod their head like they already know that.
So why could you not talk to me? See, this is the point. I'm confused. I'm a medical doctor, not a.
They pat your cheek like the oh honey pat, and then they'll kind of like hold up a blade of grass, and it's the best way they can describe it. They peel it so that there's four pieces of the grass, and then they'll then push the four pieces together so it makes the one piece again. Point at the full piece and point at themselves. Then they'll pull the pieces back apart so there's four. Point at all four, point at themselves, and then do the X with their arms.
So it was you, but it wasn't you.
They shake. Yeah, like you're kind of getting it.
It was you from a different time?
They shake their head no.
Tremaine reaches into his bag and pulls out lavender and just takes a big, just to calm down because he's losing his mind over here trying to figure this out.
Would you guys like to roll an intelligence check to see if you can figure this out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll me intelligence. Just straight intelligence.
That's fitting. This matches me in real life. Natural 1.
Mayor. Everything she said is a lie. She is a spy for some other country.
I'm not buying that, but I'm not buying anything at the moment.
Okay, I'll make this more. I'll make it more convincing so you understand it. Mayor, you don't understand a damn thing she's saying. You think she's a god.
Oh, jeez.
That's what you think with a natural 1. Yes, Tremaine, what did you get?
Would her scribbles be offering me any kind of insight to give me advantage?
No, because you're not looking at her scribbles.
Damn it.
Alice is not sharing her scribbles.
That's fine. Great intelligence?
A buddy. Yep, you have a buddy who thinks your new girly friend, boyfriend,
Is like
something or other is a god.
Celestial.
No, like a god.
I just
you're not sure.
I just tossed my absolute conquer D20 for the very first time in a game, and I just rolled another nat 20.
Oh, good.
So the way she is explaining this is,
Oh no!
4 individual pieces are not her. They are 4 separate entities, given a somewhat physical form that look like her. When the 4 entities come together, that makes her. She is currently now the entity known as Midnight. But if she splits into the 4 other entities, She is not Midnight, but they look like the one known as Midnight.
Okay.
Does she have
That is
control?
why they. That is why they do not. That is why when you went and spoke to the one about the cookies, that was probably one of the four entities and not actually Midnight. So they did not say, "Hey, I wrote you that." That's why they said no. They didn't write it because they have no memory of what Midnight does, and Midnight maybe not has no memory of what they do. You don't know that.
Okay.
What were you
That
saying, Mayor?
So, is she in control of the splitting?
You don't know.
Guy with the nat 20 asked the question.
He doesn't know.
Oh,
That's a whole nother question.
if I'm understanding you correctly, now that Tremaine's had a big whiff of stuff to calm his brain down and get him back in the proper mindset, he's going to repeat everything you just said to me. And then he's going to ask, so is it random? Do you control it? Does it
They
just
do the yes/no shake.
does it just happen?
Yes/no shake.
Like breathing is an autonomic response.
Yes/no shake.
oh, it might be like your trauma where you can't control when you have an episode. Maybe there's some sort of outside interference that causes them to have like a stress response that splits them into four.
They do the yes/no shake to that.
Good enough.
Further research needs doing.
They shake their head no.
I'm sure you'll be able to do plenty of independent research when the time comes, Dr. Tremaine. Just don't let Zagla start making bets about it.
Oh, I wouldn't encourage him to make a bet on this. I don't think I'd ever figure this out. This isn't my area of expertise, Hope.
It's not quite what I meant, but thanks for playing ball.
You got a grunt. You got a ball. That's about it.
So, is there a predictable pattern to when you are you?
They shake their head no.
Bet we could find something for that, though.
That's a shame.
You see them like grab that piece of paper and write down, "I am always me."
No, good stuff. There's nothing to worry about.
But if you're always you, but the four variants breaking up are not you, and they have to be together to be you, and then Tremaine just starts spiraling again.
Yes.
I think we're getting too wrapped up in things that we can't control. This is
Also, one thing real quick. Hey, Seer, thank you for helping me explain this properly.
who?
My buddy Seer, who's in this Discord. He helped me. He helped explain how this system, like how this would work, and this kind of environment. I was like, oh, cool. So yeah, he's the one who helped me figure out how to explain this to you guys.
Well, if I ever meet him, I'm gonna kick him in the nuts because I'm personally a player. I am confused.
I've got a headache.
Oh no, that's the point. This isn't. I'm not explaining this all to you guys yet. If I showed you the exact paper with the notes on how it's supposed to be exactly explained, you would understand immediately. But I'm explaining this through the aspect of Midnight, who cannot speak it, and you don't know if Midnight knows how to explain it, or knows entirely what's going on. This is just the way to explain it from this method.
I'd love to see the notes when it's no longer supposed to be a secret, like when we actually discover it, or at the end of the campaign. I'd love to see this.
Maybe.
Because in my
Maybe.
head,
Because I might use this
all
again. Anyways, we gotta keep going. So,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
Finishing up our lovely meal and.
Okay. If Tremaine doesn't fight it, Midnight is gonna feed him a little like cucumber and bacon sandwich.
I'm not gonna fight it.
Okay. And we're gonna fade out of that. Just a nice, cute little eat, drink, and conversate. As we're going to jump to Dazzlevupa.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It is probably, I'd say, maybe 1 o'clock now.
Mm.
You haven't been able to find anybody else. So, what are you doing, bud?
I guess seeing that he's probably failed, he's gonna head up to the guild hall to just kind of inform the lady on the news.
Okay. As you get there, the elven lady's like, "Oh, Dazzlevupa, good, you're back." So, one of your copper ranks came by. He said he wasn't the leader. He also changed the name of your group to something called Engelrum and the Bronze Scale Band. He said Engelrum was the leader, but he's given you permission to pick one of the three jobs you can take. Are you ready to see what the three jobs are, sweetheart?
Yes.
Okay, you will have 1 week to complete these jobs, which will run through some of the the festivals that come up. Don't worry, we'll be open during the festivals. We might just be a little for staff. Your three jobs are as quote. One, you will have to investigate a mysterious little shack that has popped up. Oh, I think they said a 2-hour journey west of the town. They sent a few adventuring groups to go and look it out, and nobody has come back from it. We were planning to send some military men, but they asked the guild to see if anyone else could look into it, and we figured it'd probably be a pretty good idea as a ranking quest. Your next one is some Yanti from Greenlush have actually made their way here. There is a Yanti abomination and 2 brood guards with it north of the capital, about a day's travel north. They are torching up the land and killing any and all people that come near it. And then southwest of the capital, probably about half a day's journey, and a very thicket brush of trees and such, there is this humanoid creature of branches and trees that have been attacking travelers and such on sight. It has weird vines that it uses as its weapons. And depending on which one you take is which one you deal with, sweetheart.
So there's Yuan-Ti Abomination Bounty, investigation of a shack, and a bounty on some vine creature.
Yeah, some humanoid vine monstrosity.
So, all right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just typing the
Oh no, it's all good, man. All good.
Okay. So which one did you say was the closest?
The closest one is the shack, which is about 2 hours to the west.
Okay.
The farthest is the Yantis, which is about a day's journey to the north. And then about half a day's journey southwest is the vine creature.
Hmm. Okay. Alright. Well, I think I could probably I could probably take on all three if it's possible.
No.
Hmm.
I don't think you want to do that, sweetheart.
Alright, then I guess I'll just investigate the shack first.
Is that what you want as your guild quest?
Ooh.
Because
Oh
this is a
boy,
rank quest.
this is kind of
Remember?
this is kind of tough because the vine creature is kind of in the way of the town that I'm at least kind of on the way to the town that
Your hometown is east. Remember?
oh right, yeah, southwest.
Southwest, not southeast. Yeah. Other side of the river, buddy. Other side of the river.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so that means we'll probably be back near Gilded Port if we take on the vine. I mean, I'll go with the vine creature.
Okay, your group will go after the vine creature to the southwest. It is about a half a day's travel.
I understand.
I will warn you, this isn't some just normal mission. These are guild rank missions. Guild rank missions are very hard, sweetheart.
Understood.
Okay. Just sign right here, please, and that'll give you guys 1 week. If
Alright.
you do not succeed in 1 week, we will either consider you KIA, or if you do return in over a week with the mission completed, you will fail.
Understood.
Okay.
And Dazzle Booper will sign his name on the acceptance sheet.
Yeah, that's good. Alrighty. You guys have a mission from the sounds of it. You've got a week to complete this, which with the 2 days before the festival happens, you have basically until the last 2 days of the festival, which is last 2 days are the revelry, so you have to have this done before the days of revelry.
Mm.
Or you fail, and you don't know what happens when you fail.
Yep. And Dazzle Booper actually is kind of coming out, kind of thinking into himself. If at least kind of thinking to himself, I could probably take care of the vine creature pretty quickly. I mean, Buttercup's really fast. I could cut down the travel time if I head out alone. And he's made of vines. However, that's kind of risky being alone. Cause be alone. I'll talk with the others about this.
All right, you heading back to the hotel? You gonna go? Are you heading back to the inn? What are you doing?
Dazzle Booper is actually kind of curious, at least from because he remembered the receptionist saying that they didn't recognize Millie's name on the adventurers list, so he's probably gonna check in with the library.
The public library or the school's library?
Well,
'cause those are two separate libraries.
He's gonna try the public library first, because from what he recalls, she was dropped out of the school to go on adventuring.
No, she wasn't. She didn't drop out of the school. She basically just lost one of her oh crap, I'm forgetting one of the scholarships.
Okay, well,
In a world of adventuring and magic and power, adventuring is not something you just drop out of school for. It'd be very common for a school to be like, all right, we have an adventurers program. You get a couple months off from classes and stuff to go be an adventurer.
All right.
You don't know if she took another name as an
All right. Well, the only other name that, at least from what he know, the only other name that he would probably guess uh would whatever surname that she would have went with would have been her mother's maiden name, but he doesn't know whether or not she went with that. But he's gonna try and check in with like a school receptionist then.
You're gonna try to go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. You get to basically what is like the front gates of this school, and the doors are closed, and you see two men in reasonably nice armored attire, kind of standing outside. They both have halberds. One of them has
Uh,
like long blue hair, fins for ears, and draconic eyes. You know he's human.
Well, I guess along the way, Dazzleboober would have probably bought a piece of paper to draw a image of Millie, at least, so that he would at least have a frame of reference.
All right. Hold on. If that's the case, what will the skill be to draw?
Either sleight of hand or intelligence. Sleight of
Yeah,
hand for
I
drawing
thought,
skill, or intelligence to recall the face.
isn't there an art? There's
I
an
mean,
arson tool, which is like painter's kits and stuff. But I
I
don't
mean,
think you
I
have
have.
that on
Different
you.
story.
I mean, I think I used. I have a paint kit. Yeah, because
Are you proficient with that?
well, uh,
Having it
no,
and
but I
being proficient
rolled
with it
well
are two
enough
different
with.
things.
No, but I rolled well enough with it to doodle on one of Midnight's dolls.
I mean, anyone can doodle. Roll me just a straight history to see how well you remember her face. I guess I'm gonna
All
do it.
right. All right. Uh, with a total with a goose egg in with a goose egg of with a proficiency goose egg, that's a 14.
Did you roll twice? I feel like I heard two rolls. Am I going
Bounced.
crazy again?
No,
I
that was
bounced
me
out. Okay.
opening my. That was me opening my box.
The 14. It's not. It's not like. It's nothing like a criminal lineup photo or nothing. But it's decent.
It's
You
good
you
enough
get the
to. It's good
humanoid
enough to
shape
get
and
the
stuff.
pass. Yep.
Basic police sketch.
No, it's not a basic police sketch. It's not that.
I mean, this.
If they roll decent enough, they'll be able to recognize.
Well,
Unless these guys tank with like nat ones, they'd be fine.
plus,
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah, that and he would have made sure to draw one of her more most striking features was the rainbow tip ponytail. So
Yeah.
of her black hair.
Yeah, but you make your way up to the base of the gates where there's this it's a human with fins on his ears, chronic eyes, and blue hair. He's wearing nicer, like I think more like padded doublet kind of armor with a halberd. There's a dragonborn to his side that seems to be a blue dragonborn as well. Who's wearing like much more military-esque attire. They're kind of standing outside. They've got their halberds crossed over what would be like the entrance door to the college. As you get
Excuse
close,
me.
the human one will kind of be like, Harry?
Hi, I was hoping to see a friend of mine who was attending the college here.
Are you a student of the college?
No, my friend is a student.
Unfortunately, if you're not a student, faculty member, or employee, I can't allow you in the school.
Oh, okay. Oh, uh, have you
You
at
can write
least
a letter.
seen? Have you
You
at
can
least
write a
seen this
letter,
lady?
sir. If you're looking for somebody, you can write a letter and have it delivered to the school. School board can distribute it properly.
Okay.
You see him kind of yawn, kind of rub his chin a little bit.
Mhm.
Anything else I can help you with, sir?
That'll be all. Thank you.
Have a good afternoon, sir. Stay out of trouble.
And Dazzle Booper will actually realize that he should have done this earlier, but he's gonna double back to the Adventurers Hall and ask the same question. At least now that he's actually got a picture.
Let me roll to see if this lady recognizes her. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't recognize this photo. Photo. Or this picture. Is she one of the adventures that changes her look when she goes out? Do you know? We do get a couple that do that from time to time.
I mean, she is half elf, so I guess, especially with how this, which might make sense judging by how this nation's society treats people with human.
Oh, this
And
society doesn't have anything against humans. This nation honestly just has something against Latins.
at least,
You've got to remember the war only ended roughly only 50 years ago. And for a lot of draconic races, that's nothing, son. It's Fulton that has a problem with any form of human at all. They're even racist towards half bloods, but then again, that's the Fey continents for you.
all right. Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably just gonna. I'm probably just going to head back to for my party on the mission then.
Alrighty, you head back to get some rest then.
Yep.
I'll say everybody at this point, you all probably meet up at the tavern for some rest and food, unless there's anything anyone specifically wants to do.
Nope, but I'm willing to talk to whoever needs to talk to me.
Alrighty, Dazzleboop, do you inform them of the quest that you specifically took?
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. I found a decent mission. It's seems pretty easy enough. It's a big vine monster bounty just a half day southwest from here, which is
Alright.
roughly near Gilded Port again.
Remember, Gildaport is 4 days south.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Oh,
it's roughly
it's
in the area, is what he's saying.
Yeah, it's roughly in the
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, if you had like another, I think 3.5, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Maybe if we
alright.
have a big enough wagon, maybe if we get a big enough wagon, I could summon Buttercup and expedite the travel process.
Well, I do have my cart license. Anything else interesting happen to you lot?
Doesn't sound like it, but you guys look like you haven't slept all evening yet. weird because you guys did get sleep, what I remember.
Well, I mean, we just had several interesting conversations. I met some new friends. I got you this sword.
Ooh.
It's made of stone or something, so have fun with that. And, I mean, that's about that, I guess. You ever find your friend?
No, but a lot of people, like most of the people I've asked, were possibly hit. A lot of people were the people I asked the people asked from, they asked me and back about maybe she went by a different alias or went with disguises, which is weird because like why would she disguise herself?
Well, you're talking to somebody that can disguise themselves and choose not to, so I don't have an answer for you.
Hmm.
Maybe she's a changeling. Maybe you never met her true form.
Doesn't sound like it. I mean, uh, well, she did live pretty sheltered life. I mean, her mom was the sheriff of our town and was very strict about